Welcome into TFW Live, the best kept secret in fantasy football, where we keep that week one feeling going all year long. This is episode 325, and we're going to be watching the Miami Dolphins face off against the Cincinnati Bengals in this Fantasy Football Watch Party. But first, I want to let you know that support for this very show, TFW Live, is brought to you by our patrons. Our community over at patreon.com/the Fantasy Whisperers have supported us throughout the brand's existence. And so for helping us chase our dream and for supporting the show, we are going to be doing monthly giveaways from here on out. And speaking of the Bengals, we just gave away an amazing Joe Burrow 2020 Panini Chronicles number 19 rookie card. It was ISA 10 graded. We will be announcing October's giveaway very soon. So head on over to patreon.com/the Fantasy Whisperers and sign up today. But do me a favor, hit that like button right now. As you know, I'm Big Travie. I'm joined by one of my best friends in the whole world, Austin Sear, and our producer, Donnie. You know him as Donflict. What is up, boys? How are we doing tonight?
All right.
Also welcome in Whisper Nation in the chat. Gus Ramos, Donnie, Ronald, everybody in the chat over here, and they're all going to be pouring in, of course. And like Gus Ramos, like Donnie, we got to thank the support from our YouTube members that support the show through a monthly subscription. Gus, Donnie, Pizza Belly, Don Caples, Bailey Ziegler, Kevin Davey, Nick, Brett Zabo, John Credit, Eric Lorenzen, and the Hanimal, Jersey J as well. If you would like to join that growing list of YouTube members, click join next to the video right now. Also want to thank those who followed us on social media this week. Vegas Davis, Big Nelly 78, Dan Diz, Ari, T-Hay, and Cuban Pete. If you love fantasy football, you want to join a community where you know you belong, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel right now. We're trying to get just one more subscriber, just one more on this stream, and it could be you. And if you're new, let us know where you're streaming from. We'd shout you on the show. Austin, Donnie, it's time to build a couple bet slips for tonight's game. And we've got an exciting one here. So before we get into the bet slips, I'm just going to go to each of you here, and we'll start with Austin. I see you put Dolphin Safe Tua as your name here. What is the most exciting thing for you in this game? What are you looking for the most in this game? We got Bengals and Dolphins tonight.
This is a very sexy matchup.
Yeah.
Let's pretend nobody's injured and that's not going to have any impact on anything. Let's look at this through the injuries being turned off. This game is awesome, dude. We might have the two best wide receiver duos in the NFL going head-to-head in this primetime matchup. Of course, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins on the Bengals side with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle showing up for the 3-0 Miami Dolphins. These two teams are led by young coaches who approach the game a little bit differently, and it has been, dare I say, way more fun than some of the football we have seen in earlier generations. Love what Waddle and Tyreek have been doing, led by Tua. Love what we've seen Jamar Chase and T. Higgins continue to do for the Bengals with cool Joe Burrow there behind center as well. Like, these are just great matchups. It's really exciting, and they're going head-to-head. It should be one of the best matchups, honestly, maybe like that we've had thus far. Maybe.
Yeah, Donnie, what about you? Do you agree with Austin here? Are you stoked for the matchup?
I'm adding on to that. On paper, yes. I'm hoping for that Thursday night game we've all been praying for the last few weeks. You know, I want a 44-45 win, throwing it everywhere. I want to see Joe Burrow's line step up a little bit. I want to see the potential we saw Joe Burrow had last year. I want him to sling it today. I want to see Tyreek Hill get 60 yards on Eli Apple twice, not even once. I want to see it twice. I just want to see a lot of offense, and I'm really excited. I'm hoping the Thursday curse is in the past. Let's get some good Thursday games going.
I love it. We got Nevis T says, bet slips? I like money. Well, if you like money, we got free money for you. If you use the promo code TFW over at Underdog Fantasy, they are the best place to kind of get these pick'ems, these prop bets in. We've got the rival bet slips. But Austin, if you're ready to rock on this, why don't we show Whisper Nation some of these lines we're looking at for these over-unders. We'll get into that. Johnny, our guy, off stream tonight, but says the Bengals jerseys tonight are pure sex. I agree. The white Bengals, the black stripe white tiger jerseys are amazing. Stranded on second with Tony Clark. What's up, man? How's it going? Val's the GOAT. Johnny, I'll ask you this one. Should he trade Zeke for Marquise and Waddle? How about Austin? What do you think? I think it's a good deal.
Trade Zeke and Marquise for Waddle. It's a tough time right now to do this. because Waddle's hurt right now, and Marquise is coming off the best game of his career. So that is a tough matchup. I think that if you're down on Waddle, this is an awesome trade. You're the one acquiring Waddle, and here are Val's. I don't dislike the trade, man, if Waddle is who we've seen him through the first 3 weeks. This groin injury has me a little bit concerned, and the high production we saw out of Hollywood Brown, after a couple of weeks now in the Arizona Cardinals system, you got to wonder if there is a little bit more of a trend coming from Marquise Brown. And until I see Waddle on this groin, I'm just not fully on board. And this is Zeke and Marquise for Waddle is quite a bit, but Waddle is the best player in this trade. I'm just hoping it stays that way.
Any concern with Hopkins coming back that could take some of Marquise's shine away?
You wonder, is it going to take away the targets, or is it just going to improve the offense?
Yeah.
We're talking about the Dolphins there, who have 2 wide receiver ones basically, in Waddle and Tyreek. You don't really care that either one of them starting. Will kind of like it. So that's one side of the realm of possibility for Marquise. But honestly, man, after what we saw last week, becoming that target funnel, it's hard for me to say that DeAndre Hopkins coming back is a positive, given that I'm not totally sold on Kyler Murray as it is right now. I think he's still got some things to work out. The preparation in the offseason, the contract negotiations, maybe that had an effect on him at the early parts in the season. And so unless he's square, I don't think he's going to be able to really get 2 wide receivers to do crazy things for you fantasy-wise.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think Gus also had a question in here. He said, I got offered Allen Robinson and James Robinson for Diggs. I wouldn't be trying to trade Diggs away right now, especially in PPR formats. I'd be hanging on to Diggs here, especially with Allen Robinson kind of doing.
I think I'll say too, and I'm not. I hate even suggesting anything negative about James Robinson. I love James Robinson. It's the coolest. He's gotten a lot of work. He's not going to get more work, probably because you can't. He's getting almost 20 touches a game, right? I think ETN is going to get more work going forward, especially if we see Jacksonville not play with the lead as they have through the first 3 games in the season. So I think James Robinson's he hasn't always had amazing yardage numbers so far in the year, but he's gotten a touchdown in those games where he hasn't had amazing yards. So his stat lines are all awesome. He's a top 5 running back. I think he has a great chance of maintaining RB1 value, but I'm also not surprised if we start to see James Robinson become say 60 to 90 yards on the ground per average and then half a touchdown.
Yeah, mostly touchdown dependent, RB2 kind of range, RB3 kind of range. Rest of the season, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I guess depending on what you'd like him to get the touchdowns, and he's going to have a good day if he does. He's going to have a little bit more normal of a day if he doesn't.
Yeah. Touchdown dependent.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you're going to say he's you're looking for regression to hit him a little bit, right? You think he's overachieved. Yeah. So he's going to right now he's getting it done 100 plus yards, right? Or somewhere around there, 80 to 90.
No, he's not even doing that. Yeah, but he's also getting passing down work too. And I think Travis Etienne is going to get some more of that too.
Right. So total yardage. Yeah, exactly. So, okay. Yeah, I feel that. I think that's a good way to look at the James Robinson situation. All right, Austin, let's look at some of these over-unders here and try to get some bets in here. Donnie, are you back in action with us?
I'm trying, man.
Yeah.
Internet's a struggle sometimes, but yes.
Yeah, it happens. The interwebs. Are we
talking about how many?
Yeah, go ahead, Austin. Sorry.
We talked about doing a couple of bet slips based on different outcomes for this game, right? We love the idea, as we mentioned at the top, of this being a high-flying Madden type game, but we're also aware it's Thursday night. There's a history of less efficient football being played on these days. We also know Tua's banged up. We know Higgins has had a couple of head hits recently. We know that Waddle's dealing with that groin. There's just a world where it's not as high-flying as it could be. So we talked about building bet slips to cover both of those possible outcomes.
Yeah, and I'm really in on, we talked about, like you just said, with Higgins and Waddle being the kind of the injury ones. Let's go with Tyreek, I think, and Chase, as our 2 on the first part of this bet slip we talked about, right? As something to lean into. I don't know if you guys are still good with that, but that's kind of where I'm at.
Let's see here what we got now. We got 82.5 receiving yards, 6.5 receptions on the Tyreek side. If we think he's going to go, which one do we like more here?
Donnie had me
Tyreek
amped.
Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah,
we
for
were
the
doing
yards here.
I kind of like the yards too.
Yeah, let's get a little freaky naughty with it.
I like the Eli Apple comments Tyreek Hill had coming into the game. I think Tyreek Hill is a dog. I think he's better than Eli Apple. I think it could be
Love
a
it.
good one. Okay. Then we said Chase Edmonds or Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase, yeah.
Hot take.
And all right.
So
Yards
we
and
had said-
receptions for this guy.
We had said over on the receptions because it was, but we don't get that hook, right? So I'm saying over still on the receptions, or do we want to go over on the yards?
He had such
I like
low
the
yards last week.
Receptions, I think.
You
the
like
corners-
receptions?
The corners on the Dolphins are a little better, right? So I think it's going to be more opportunity to get shorter
Design
passes.
stuff.
Yeah.
I could see that.
I can see that too. What do you guys say? Whisper Nation, if you got anything, let us know.
Yeah, I think the receptions is a good one here, given the target share he's gotten even in the last couple games. You know, he's kind of been underperforming a little bit. He was, but I think he's in a good spot tonight. They're going to need points, I think, in this game if we're going with that over projection on this narrative.
All right, so we got two of them. Then we got one from each team now. So we're riding the high flying narrative right now. Any we can take a look at here some of the different options we have. Tua here. It's like they're figuring out what they think about the passing yards for Tua. Let's see if they've got that.
So our boy Johnny says that Hurst is a lock for yards or receptions to be over.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
We're
We're gonna stick with the studs on this narrative.
All right, let's see. So we got Tua here, 260.5 passing yards, 34.5 passing attempts. Both kind of interesting. 1.5 passing touchdowns.
I don't like the passing touchdowns.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
We'll
I
go for
personally love. We could go either
ahead.
one of those. I mean, I just love for the stream on these ones we get to root for something every single time when
Yeah,
it comes through. So for 6 and 1, half a dozen. Maybe we can see which other ones we like. Raheem Mostert, we're kind of fading at least for now. Chase Edmonds, same kind of thing. What do we got on the Joey B side?
I like
36
the
and a half.
pass attempts. I think he's going to throw it 45 times this game. Like I said,
Okay.
It's harder corners, so he's not going to get those deep passes like Tua's going to get. He's going to be
I
throwing
mean,
a lot of under things.
we could go with both of the guys, like both QBs as the pass attempts. It would just help, like our other, we're going for the yardage and the receptions for Chase. Like it just kind of all plays into what we're going with here.
The yards with Tua, the yards with Tyreek, the pass attempts for Burrow, and the receptions.
Oh,
for
that's
Chase.
interesting. I was saying more pass attempts for Tua, but if you wanted to go yards for Tua, that's a different.
Yeah,
Took
way.
away our 6. They took away our 6 targets.
Oh, come on, man!
Maybe we get it back. Maybe we get it back.
Stop watching the stream, underdog.
What's up with the 0.5 rushing yard, dude?
How has he been looking this year on getting touches?
Let me check right now. I don't remember seeing any.
Roll him out a little bit. I think we hit on one of these last year at the end.
No, I remember last
Jay.
year. I just haven't seen anything. But I
Enjoy
haven't
the
watched it.
Andre's liking Burrow's rushing yards too.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Let's see. They're not showing me. Why aren't they?
So right now we're looking at Joe Burrow's and Jamar Chase's rushing attempts.
Yes. Does this Chase? My thing was lagging. Again, weird, right? Chase has 1 attempt week 2, 2 attempts week 3, 0 week 1. He had 4 yards week 2 rushing, -2 week 3.
If we think that the run game could struggle tonight, Miami's kind of been a tougher run defense, plus the ankle for Joe Mixon. Maybe there is something with Jamar Chase, but
We'll be
I don't know
screaming when they get that one end around to him.
Yeah.
Let's do it. That's exciting.
That could happen. I still do. I like the receiving yards. I like if we like 7
it
receptions.
would just go in. Yeah, go all the way in on it. Let's go.
If we like 7 receptions, I think there's a good chance he gets around 10 yards per reception. That puts us over 70 yards, which is, it's kind of in line there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm with it.
All right. And do we say back to the Tua side?
I was thinking yards. Just
Okay.
to match it with Hill's yards, personally.
What
But the attempts make sense as well.
do you think, Travi, on the yards?
I like Tua. I mean, those wide receivers. I mean, what's his yardage? He hasn't been a compiler though, has he? Let me see.
Hey, you're the
that massive game. 270 week 1, 469 week 2, of course, but then 186 last week. They did only run 39 plays. You know, it was a weird game. He obviously missed one snap. It wasn't a ton with his back injury or whatever that was.
Was he?
But they said no. But they said it was a back. They said his back locked up, and that made his legs wobble. So
Wobble.
the NFL is now investigating. I kind of like the attempts.
All right.
If we look at the attempts, he's been 33, 50, and then again, like last week, I feel it was a little bit of a throwaway with the 39.
So just I just want another thinking. He's gotten 1 out of 3 times he's broken the attempts here. 2 out of 3 times he's broken the passing yard totals, but you're feeling the attempts.
For me, the yards make more sense because of the heavy hitters they have on their team. Like,
I'm good with that.
I don't know. I like them both. Like, I hope this game is, like I said, it's just going to be throwing everywhere on both sides. But I think with Hill and Waddle, you know, they both.
We're just going to keep riding the high flying.
Yeah.
Okay. Johnny's saying that Hurst is a lock. Make sure you guys get that in your bet slip, guys.
Yeah.
Go ahead and put in Hayden Hurst.
We're not doing it in ours.
Lock it down.
We're
But
doing it for the stream.
we love you.
We love you very, very much. What
So
is it?
I think we're just doing 4, right? We're going to do 2 positives and then 4 positives, right? And then 2 negatives and
You know what? I'm down with this one. You want to lock in this guy right here?
lock it in.
We'll just do the
Lock
studs.
it
stud.
in. The study studs.
We're doing what we say,
$5.
$10? $5?
We're gonna do $10 on the tour, and then we're gonna do $5 on the fours.
Okay. So we're
We
gonna
make
do
our
this
money
one.
back.
5 for 50. We're in.
Yep.
God damn it.
Oh man.
And then for the 2, are we doing the Hill and Jamar?
Shit. So which one did they took away? They took away.
They took away Tua's yards because
Same, but it's
they.
the exact same one. So
Okay. What?
There we go.
all right, there we go.
Lock it in.
Jersey says take the P Rhine back. What is the P Rhine?
It's like
I mean, maybe on the under one, we'll see what's going
Yeah.
on.
all right.
Now
So now we're
lock in.
making
Yeah. So lock in Chase and Hill just for the 2-person bet.
Jamar Chase or
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds.
No, Jamar Chase.
Jamar
The
Chase.
same 2 bets we did.
Okay.
So we're tiering it. So we're just hoping those 2 get it. Then we get our money back. Just the same way our boy Johnny tiered it. Remember?
So we're doing a
Or
Jamar
the 6
Chase.
receptions is back. If we want
You want to hit that one?
I don't know.
Let's
I don't
do
know.
it. Let's do it
Let's
for
do it.
Travis.
Why not? Why not?
All right, so we got Jamar here at 6, and we're going Tyreek, Freak.
Up top. Yeah, up top.
Let's see what was Hayden and Hurst at. 3 receptions, 28 receiving yards.
That's scary.
Okay.
P Ryan.
Wonder what does Johnny love so much about Hayden Hurst? Why is that one?
He
locked
has
in?
an explanation here. His hair, yeah. Well, the Hayden Hurst Foundation, you know.
Love
That's
it.
true.
Mental health solutions. We need them.
Miami is tied with Arizona for the most receiving yards to the tight end position with
Tyreek Hill
24.
yards. There it is. Sorry.
And second in yards allowed to the tight end
$10
position so far this season.
There it is. Now the Undertakers.
All right.
All right. So now we're going for the other narrative.
Yes.
We're going
the
for things that we
Thursday
like.
The
night
dog
narrative.
shit narrative.
Dog shit narrative.
P. Ryan is free money, they're saying. 7.5 receiving yards. How has Samaje P. Ryan done receiving wise last couple of weeks? Do we think that Joe Mixon
PPP Ryan.
He had a receiving touchdown, I believe, last week.
P. Ryan has had 8 receiving yards. He's had 14 and he's had 33.
It's a pretty damn good one.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Let's do it. With
All
the
right.
ankle, too. Why not?
This is almost kind of it's still in line with
It's
the
still
lower.
with the Undertaker. Yeah.
It is. Because
Yeah.
it's an
So
under on
it's
Joe
a
Mixon.
higher Undertaker.
Yeah.
It's an under on Joe Mixon, which gives a higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it.
All right.
Do we go under on Joe Mixon to
Let's see
pair it
where
with
we're at.
this
What
one?
does Joe Mixon got to work for us? What is he doing? 6.5 receiving yards, 90.5 rushing and receiving
And
yards. I'm kind of interested on the lower on that.
Just scares me because he wasn't even limited the last 2 days. He was just full practice.
How come that some of these guys have, I don't know what that number is, like over 239 billion things you can higher or lower, and some of them only have literally one. Sorry, I don't know much. I think it's just because Underdog is figuring out their mechanics for the over-under. I don't really know if there's any rhyme or reason. They don't want to lose money on these other guys, so they put the studs with a lot more lines because it's easier to project because you've seen more of that guy. I think what they were saying on their podcast I listened to is it's just a lot from last year, a lot of these lines, so that's what gives you hope on a thing like P. Ryan right now is seeing the over on his receiving yards every week so far this season.
Yeah.
So how many total yards has Mixon been rocking first 3 weeks when he's been healthy? Because I hear you're concerned, Donnie, on him actually not really being that hurt. He's had full practices.
So he's had 82, 57, and 24 rushing yards on 27, 19, and 12 attempts. He's had 63, 26, and 14 receiving yards per game.
So he's hit the under 90.5 twice.
Okay.
He hit the over for week 1.
And I'm thinking if he's dealing with an ankle and he was already being pulled off for third down, and we've got the P. Ryan thing rocking for let's go under on his total yards.
I like that.
Cool. I like it too. All right.
Have you guys popped up the Undertaker GIF yet? Have we seen that?
Oh, yeah, twice.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do it again, dude.
Do it again, man. I missed it because of the lag.
Oh, a different one.
We need to get the reface ones in here, dude.
Dude.
All right, so we got 2 on these. Well, we have to get we have to do one from each team at least. So we got to get a Dolphin player in our Undertaker side.
Yeah, it's up.
Sure.
That's up.
What up, Albert?
What up? I like. I think Chase Edmonds, one of the unders for him.
Oh, let's see. 15.5 rushing, receiving, 8.5 rushing attempts. That feels like a lot. Has he got 9? Has he got 9 rushing attempts yet?
I don't think he's seen double
He's
digit
been
yet.
sharing since week 1 more.
In week 1, he had 12. He's had 5 and 6 in the back-to-back games here.
And Mostert's healthy?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean,
I like
yeah.
that.
I don't hate
I like
that.
the under.
All right. Okay.
You know what's funny about this under?
No,
Like this
9.5 rushing attempts for Mostert. How many attempts is he getting?
They don't really run.
Yeah, this guy's. They think he's going to get 10 attempts.
He's had 5, 11, and 8.
Yeah, so he has the last 2 weeks he's had more than Chase.
Okay. 39.5 rushing yards. How do we feel about Mostert hitting that over? What up, Pizza Belly?
What up, Pizza Belly? Ronald,
What
Albert.
I was with Johnny high on Gesicki all offseason, and now I hate his guts because he's been sucking. So what's his
Gesicki, more like Gassucky.
Yeah, Gesicki, man.
Oh my God, 2 receptions, bro. God, that is dangerous, dude.
20.5 receiving yards.
He has had 1 catch, 1 catch, and 4 catches, dude.
What about his yardage?
1 yard, 6 yards, and 41 yards.
I don't love it.
Yeah.
I wish it was a little higher.
What about Durham Smythe, dude?
My only concern is with Waddle. Waddle might,
Well, if you are concerned about Waddle, what about an under on Waddle?
Let's take a look at that. I like this thinking.
Or I was thinking maybe a pick for Tua.
I mean, you're totally hurting my feelings by being against Waddle, but
73.5 receiving yards for Waddle, 14.25 fantasy points.
He'll probably double that. I mean, we'll take the under. I'm good with the under on this. This is the Undertaker slip, so that's a lot of yards for a guy with a groin.
Yeah. Okay, let's table this one. How many are we at? 2. We got 3. We're trying to do 4.
We need one more.
I don't hate the Waddle one.
Or like we could go the anti of the other slip, which could work in line with that slip, where we go unders on the other, like the ancillary pieces, kind of like what we're doing, right? We like the studs on the overs and the other one, and we go the unders on this one of the other guys. It's almost like they're working together.
Yeah, but if the two narratives are counter, then
Right.
Yeah,
Then we're
doesn't work.
fucked. Right.
I
Why
feel
not
you.
I do like the under rush attempts for both running backs. I do think it's going to be a pass heavy game. I kind of do like that.
All right. Well, but if we go the under, if this is the shit narrative, then it's probably going to be a runny, mucky game. That's why I get worried about that. But
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mostert at least profiles as the back in that situation that I think they'd lean on, not Edmonds.
Yeah.
And we don't have to fuck with Edmonds as a receiver, which is nice. Like we go under on his rushing attempts, which is nice.
You have Edmonds. You have Edmonds higher attempts right now.
No, he's lower.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Yeah.
I was just at the
Just for this game.
What about if we like this to be that we go under on the QBs? Because if we like this as a sloppy game or a shitty game narrative slip,
We only need one more though. So which QB?
I'd say Tua. He's banged up, right?
Yeah.
That 1.5. They changed that passing touchdown to 1. Or no, it is 1.5.
It's been 1.5. I don't feel
Under on the attempts
I like the under on the attempts.
in this narrative.
what's his attempts been like thus far?
He hit.
Because if he's hovering
Over that
around
one,
35,
So he had 23. Oh, I'm sorry, 33 attempts, 50 attempts, 18 attempts.
So under it twice.
I could do under on this.
I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
And then this one is 5.
That's 5. Yes. And then
All
which of those two?
Do we like the most?
I think
The P Ryan.
P Ryan and Edmonds maybe.
I'm good with that.
All right.
So nasty slip.
It's
It's a dirty under slip.
Ryan.
Higher on P
And
Ryan,
the other one was
lower on attempts for Chase Edmonds.
Val's coming back and said he did this deal he was talking about earlier.
so like this.
But he
Yes.
Yep, that's the
For
one.
$10. So we only need to win one of those 2 bet slips to get
Either
our money
one.
back.
I like this. Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Val's the Goat said, I just traded Zeke and Marquise and McKinnon for Kareem Hunt and Waddle.
I like that. I like what you got else out of here. I like getting the Kareem Hunt and getting rid of Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah.
This
And
is better
Pollard's
than you
taken
were
over
trading
Zeke.
before. You got the best player in the trade, and I think you got a high ceiling running back. I like it.
Excellent deal for you, Val, says ML. Yeah, we're fans of that one. That's a good one
Cool.
there.
Way to go, Vals. Thanks for sharing it with us. It's fun. Like them in your life.
Trades coming through right before the game. He just got Waddle right before this game.
What? Are you gonna start him, Vals? You gonna play him?
Yeah, dude, fire him up. Let's go.
Do it. You won't.
He told the media he's there for a business trip. It's
I'll
all
tell you
about
what-
business.
M and ML coming in here saying Marquise will decline once Hopkins is back. I think there's a lot of logic to point that direction. Whether or not it is true, you just get to ride the dopamine of that thinking. You're like, oh, I got Marquise. He's in now the hands of some sucker. Now he's going to be lamenting the return of DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins is the Undertaker in the coffin. Popping up, dude. Love it.
That's going to be fun.
I think
Dude,
it'll
these
be
bet slips are going to be fun, man. I'm excited for these.
Dude, I'm stoked on these ones too. Are we good? So we're good on our bet slips? Locked
Yeah,
down?
we're locked in. We got
locked
the 2 2s and the 2 4s. And again, with promo code TFW, you can get $100 up to match money with Underdog Fantasy. You can build those bet slips just like I did, or just like we did on the house money. So that's awesome, man. $100 in your pocket if you use
do it,
promo
man.
code TFW. Check it out.
I could use a win.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. Talk to us about it.
I have not put in any new sums of money into my Underdog account since our initial installment, getting that
Oh.
match money from there.
You've been riding on the house money? That's been a while, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't
Oh,
restocked my Bovada account since college, and I haven't restocked our Underdog accounts. But Underdog is we need to get a win. Okay, we need to get a win here pretty soon,
or else you're gonna have to.
We might be having to do that. We're gonna keep that one going, which I will do. So
I feel good about these conflicting narrative builds. You know, we've had a little bit of bad luck with going all in on one side of the game, and we've seen both sides. Well, really only the one side in these Thursday night matchups. The ugliness, you know, as Dave said, the sloppiness when he was on here. So look, we got some crisp jerseys. We got some crisp quarterbacks.
Crispy.
We've got some crispy wide receivers.
Extra.
These lines are crispy.
Yes, dude. I want to see compliments to the chef. Let's do it tonight. Let's go.
Let's get going.
I love it.
Oh, I like that you loved this one. Love it. Get to ride the dopamine that somebody else has to deal with, Marquise. Like, dude. I'll tell you what,
really,
Chelsea and I were pillow talking last night about her awesome team and my middle of the road team. And we were like, you know, this whole fucking business, this whole game, the most fun, the winning, the numbers, they're great. It's really about the conversations and the thought experiments and getting to ride the dopamine waves and like commiserate, you know, and like, curse whatever got you to the position you're in. Like that is where all of the energy in this comes. So like, yeah, dude, you get to ride the dopamine that is someone else dealing with Marquise as Nuke gets closer to returning. Like I am not going to pretend that is nothing.
So
yeah, there's all sorts of these. Go ahead, Donnie, sir.
Sorry, my girlfriend, fiance, she's not watching. My fiance joined our family and friends $50 league this year, and she started 0-2, and she was versus my sister week 3, and she beat her, and I just out of nowhere she screamed and like ran and hugged me because she fucking beat my sister in week 3, and she finally got a win, and she was just so fucking stoked. It was awesome. She was riding that dopamine.
That's so good.
That's what this game does to you, man.
Dude,
that's really what it does.
There's the dopamine hits when you get a touchdown, obviously. There's the dopamine hits when you pull off a trade. You know, like when a trade goes through, like Val's in here just bragging about the trade he got, and that's awesome. We love it. I mean, we get the little residual dopamine when you go pull a trade off. You know, the draft obviously is a huge dopamine rush when you get that team and you're looking at, as what Austin likes to call the trophy case. You know, you're displaying that. So I just think there's so many cool ways to do it. And then it's just a reminder that you can always shuffle the deck. You know, you can always trade, look at waivers and do things you can. And that's why I'm a big narrative guy, man. I like to just soak up the narratives and the stories that are going on around the league.
You just made a pretty exciting. I wanted to talk to you about your trade, but let's get the jokes on you question answered. Let's get some business handled.
Matt Prater or Jason Sanders for kicker. This is Donnie. This is your. You got to take this one.
No, it's not, man.
Prater had a good game last week, but he's
Cardinal. Who do the Cardinals play? Carolina, right?
Like,
yeah, I'd go with Prater.
Yeah.
I go with Prater too.
Who's home?
But I don't know. He's gonna make the decision right now.
Yeah. So are the Dolphins home? I don't even know.
No, it's in Cincy.
Okay, I would choose Prater then. I like home kickers more.
You do.
Yeah.
And Matt Prater
for primetime games at least.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Fantasy dog in here. I just traded Herbert and Aaron Jones for Jackson and Jacobs. I'm set at RB. Chubb, Jamal Williams, Madison, Hunt, Robinson. Let's see.
Are you?
Well, Robinson helps.
Is that Brian Robinson?
Oh, maybe. I thought he was talking about James.
He's got the was.
James.
I would too, but he's got the was after
maybe.
Robinson.
Washington. That makes sense. Yeah, that's scary.
Jamal Williams?
I mean, he has the most touchdowns in the league right now, but that's not going to last.
I traded Herbert and Aaron Jones. He has Montgomery.
Did you get Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson's
if that's what you got.
It's like, then fuck yeah, dude. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, if you got Lamar Jackson.
You got a game breaker.
Yeah.
And Jacobs was looking better than we thought preseason. So
Somebody actually traded you a top QB right now.
That's crazy.
Man,
For
that's a good. That's
ribbon
I-
juice.
yeah.
I just got a trade in the dynasty league. I got offered it. At first, he offered me a first. He wanted my first for Kittle, and I rejected it. Then he countered with Gesicki and a second for Kittle, and I took it.
I think that's fine.
I
In
think it's
Dynasty?
good, right? Yeah. For Dynasty, Kittle's 28. You know, he's not going to be. Hopefully, he's not hurt every year. So I didn't want to give up the first for a tight end.
You
I
got
wouldn't do that.
Kittle, and you gave up a second in Gesicki?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
And I was
I was
off
in
too.
a, I was in a trade convo with Brett Johnson about Kittle, and he was trying to get a first for me, and I was like, no. And I was thinking,
Not
like, I would
happening.
like to do it for a third, but, like, wouldn't we all? And then it's like, would I go up to a second? I'm like, yeah, I think I would. And Gesicki might just be another, like, you might have a Gesicki equivalent on the waiver, which is still such a shame because the guy's got so many great ingredients going for him, but so do a lot of other tight ends. You just need to have so many planets line up, and doesn't seem like they are right now, and I don't think you've got a pathway where they will in the next year or two, barring a trade. So.
Joker, I think we were answering you over on Twitch. If not, if you're a new person, we're going with Matt Prater. And welcome. Yeah. Fantasy Doc says he's offering Herbert wherever I can. He's hurting. So there's a couple things here. I think he is hurting. I don't know if he's ever going to be fully healthy again this year, just with the way the season goes. Yeah, but yeah, exactly. They've got linemen out. They've got defense out. They've got wide receivers out. Like they're one deep threat. Jalen Guyton out for the year. And now we saw Keenan Allen pull up on his hammy again today at practice and leave early.
Yeah, really?
So, yeah. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But, yeah, we've got some stuff going on there. I love getting Lamar Jackson back in that deal.
On a mission.
Pizza Belly. I have Dalvin Cook. I have Dalvin Cook, Cordarrelle Patterson, James Robinson, and Javonte. I can only start 3 in full point PPR. I might sit Dalvin. Yeesh. Yeah, I think that might be the right idea, just the risk factor there. But Patterson missed practice today, too, so keep an eye on that. We'll have the full practice report tomorrow, Pizza Belly, so check in with us. And maybe we'll ask that question again tomorrow when we know a little bit more information on everybody's practice report. Cook's saying he's day-to-day, so we'll see how many braces and padding and whatever he's going to do for that shoulder.
Practice today, right?
Yeah, I think he was limited.
So Madison is so good, honestly. Like he's not the biggest downgrade when Cook's out. So I don't see why you would need to rush Cook back in if you don't need to.
This is a great question. What is broken cartilage? Do you guys know? The short answer is no, I don't know. But if I had to think about it, our nose is cartilage, right? And so are our ears. But there's a difference between this cartilage and the little soft cartilage that you pick the boogers off from, and then this cartilage in the middle that we think is a bone that's actually cartilage, right? So I'm imagining it's like when you break your nose.
You think it's more like the hard one? Yeah.
That's I think what makes sense.
Because I think they called it fractured, which broken, fractured, whatever. But I think that's what they called it initially, was fractured rib cartilage. Yeah. So that makes more sense to me that it's more like the bridge of your nose than your ear.
Think of it as like hardened glue in between each rib cage, and it's like the glue is cracked.
Okay. So it's gonna hurt when he goes on water slides, but
Emo ladies, Darius says, nice 5 o'clock, Mr. Sear.
5 o'clock, that'd take me like 2 weeks at least. That's not my 5 o'clock.
Oh, Ron saying he has a broken piece. Sorry. I know we've been trying to ask it. I have a broken piece of my ear that broke off from the main part. So he knows about the cartilage, Ron.
Ooh.
Saying he's got the experience with the cartilage.
Travis, you had a Mondo trade in our League of Record. You swapped away with Nick Thomas. What up, Nick? You got rid of Christian McCaffrey, the 101 pick in Dynasty, or not Dynasty, in our League of Record. You wanted CMC. You like him. You never had him. You wanted your dude. You went out and got your dude. Now you traded your dude away, along with Tyler Algier and Mike Williams. So CMC, Mike Williams, Tyler Algier. You acquired the Detroit backfield, Swift and Williams, as well as Jalen Waddle. How you feeling?
Feel great. Obviously I don't love doing these kind of deals. I mean, I love making them in Toltem. But in general, I wouldn't advise about a ton of these deals. This is a very risky deal because you're trading away a guy in CMC who sees a ton of volume. But Swift, I think, can hit a similar ceiling, if not better, in that offense than CMC when he's healthy. You're just taking on the risk of waiting till Swift can get back. And then the big thing for me is I'm a little bit worried about the Chargers right now. All over the line, they're hurt. Their defense is hurt. And Herbert is hurt. I don't know if I kind of want to get out on Mike Williams while I can. Now, the Keenan Allen thing could complicate that where he just gets so much more target share. But I kind of am afraid that the Chargers could fall off a bit here. We're only 3 weeks in. A lot can change, of course. But that was the angle I'm taking on this. I have Tua. Tua is my season-long play here now after trading Russell Wilson away. So having the stack with Tua and Waddle is fun, obviously, and I think that the target share is so concentrated there. It's like 30% to each guy, both Tyreek and Waddle. Mm-hmm. So I think they're interchangeable in that respect. And I think it just, we had Andrew Erickson on in the summer, and he was preaching taking guys from good offenses. And I think, it's not that the Chargers have a bad offense, but I think that they could be a step down from what we thought. And I think that the Panthers are definitely down from what we thought they could be. And the Lions offense, yes, Donnie, is a lot better than I think we even thought. I like what Adam Levitan says, restore the roar. We're getting back, let's get back to the Lions, man. God's Lions, America's Lions. I don't know if they were ever there.
First to get back.
Yeah.
But Lions, man, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have an NFC North title more recently than the Detroit Lions do.
Yeah,
that's right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That means they're due.
North line. Yeah,
I think
it definitely means they haven't had it in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, we got football. It's kicking off. Yes.
I think you upgraded from Mike Williams to Waddle pretty immensely. I think it's a pretty big upgrade. And then with the CMC Swift, I think it's pretty even. Maybe a slight downgrade if CMC's healthy all season. Maybe. Yeah. But I think the upgrade was way more severe than the downgrade was. So I think you won that trade for sure.
Cool thing you got too, man, is Jamal Williams. Well, we don't know exactly what his role is going to be with Swift out. We love that Jamal Williams through 3 weeks is a top 10 running back thus far. You at least know he's going to be involved at the capacity he has. He's going to get an uptick. We don't know what's going to happen to the backfield when CMC is, if he's out. We don't know how that goes down. So you kind of got that covered already. And I don't know if it's Chuba Hubbard. I don't know if we got Foreman. What happens in Carolina?
It's like, is it going to matter? Yeah, is it going to matter? That's the bigger thing for me is we've talked about this before, and especially in our League of Record, Austin and Tolton. I want to enjoy Sundays, and I want to watch teams I enjoy watching. And I have seen 3 weeks of trying to watch Baker and CMC and not enjoyed a single one of them. And that's even in a week where he scored. And so I just, it was an easy switch for me. It was Jamar. There's a reception, baby.
Catch it?
7 yards. Yeah, he caught it for like 7 yards.
Oh, he got it. Here we go. The over's hitting.
Let's go, man.
Already, son.
We're on a good track.
Yeah, those Panthers, man. I'm a big, I love Baker, big Oklahoma Sooner fan. I know Nemo lady's talking shit out there. Boomer Sooner. I've just at OU, I loved him so much. He was so talented, but he's just been pretty disappointing in the last couple of years. I know he dealt with a lot of injuries last year, and he's in a new offense this year. He's got to show. He's got to throw to CMC more, is what he's got to do.
There's Johnny's boy, Hayden Hurst. Dude, there's boy. It was a lock, dude. Did he get it right there? Oh, my God, dude. He is fired up.
It's that hair, man.
He's looking at Burrow's like, you're yelling too loud, Hurst.
Wow. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Ronald playing against Johnny this week in the Listener League says, I need Boyd and Mixon.
I'm going up against
Boyd with a nice game last week.
I'm going up against Smitty Satou. 3-0s against each other in this matchup. I got Higgins going tonight. I don't know if
there's Johnny.
There he is. Yeah, Hurst.
Baby.
There's Higgins.
Nice.
Oh, and he fell down.
The turf monster, man.
I want to see all that brain damage.
I'm versing our boy.
Couldn't remember how to run.
I'm versing Chris Molina. He's 1-2, and I'm 2-1.
Oh,
it's going down. He has Tua tonight.
Tua.
Throw 4 picks?
No. No.
Give 84 fab for that man, huh? Or
87.
87. Oof.
87.
I just want to say the more time that passes, the more pride I just have for this. This is fantastic. I'm just thrilled with this personally.
Tuna.
It's almost like it.
Yeah.
Brandon, what's up? Trading away C. Patterson and C. Samuel for Kamara.
I would say week
I don't
one.
mind
Oh
this
my god,
deal.
amazing. Do it. But week 4.
You're
now, they're
basically
both-
yeah. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Donnie.
Sorry. Yeah, week 1, slamming on the table. But I think Samuel's the wide receiver 7 right now, or 8 or something like that. And Patterson just has been killing it in the air game, and then he just demolished the Seahawks in the run game. I think I would stick with what you got. I don't know. Kamara is out again this week, isn't he? Did they announce today that he's not playing again?
I don't think he's out. I think
Something about not being limited or something. I saw something.
Yeah,
today.
he's probably limited. I don't know if he's out.
I think he's going to be all right. He had 17 touches last week. His efficiency numbers were pretty good. And I think they're managing his rib situation. They're going to be in London on Sunday. I think he plays.
Monday.
I personally would keep who you got, but I could see why you would want to do it.
I don't mind this deal because you're kind of selling Patterson and Samuel while it's good. And you know, we've already got a missed practice out of Patterson in back-to-back games. It's not just a load management Wednesday. He's missed again today.
Patterson's
a guy
slowed
who
down
didn't
the end
hold
of the
up.
year a lot last season.
Yeah. I mean, he looked
you
great
can-
against Seattle, but yeah, exactly. He did not hold up last year.
Oh, free play? No flag.
I think Johnny's computer
it is free play. No free play.
keeps putting the same stuff.
Well, I think he just had another reception. I don't think I saw.
Yeah, he did.
It. I got down here somehow.
Those Bengals logos looking kind of clean.
Right?
Yeah, Hurst says 2 receptions for 25 yards already. So he already hit the over almost. I think it was 27, right?
Pizza Belly saying Higgins having a big game would help me a lot.
Me too.
Maybe Johnny has brain damage, says Ronald.
No.
No.
Now looking after a newborn, certainly it's gonna drain you.
Yes.
Guys, Johnny looks like he was on point here with the Hurst call.
Does.
Shout out
Yeah,
on that.
that's our man.
Jake. Whoa, that's a flag.
Boyd.
No flag on that. Okay. Who wins
I'm
the jersey
like-
battle today?
Oh, Cincy.
You think
For
so?
sure. Those are I like
kinda,
those.
I kind of like the Dolphins.
The
little
Cincy
bit
gets
more.
the splash, but
I wish if the
But the
Dolphins
Dolphins are in the ocean.
I like the Dolphins orange more. If they wore their orange uniforms, they'd win. But
Orange would have been nice. Yeah, I love the orange color rush for the Dolphins are sick.
Travis, how much do you love all things Miami Dolphins right now?
Right now, fuck ton. God's Dolphins, America's Dolphins, my Dolphins.
God's Dolphins. Is
they
that
are
legit? Is that
yeah, dude. Mike
okay.
McDaniel, just the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Dude, I think he's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
I love watching his interviews and stuff. He's fucking
his
funny.
pressers are a riot, man.
I like that he actually thinks about what he's going to say, and then he's not afraid to say something that people might raise their eyebrows at.
Yeah,
Like he said things that makes him sound kind of silly or weird, or to like a more hateful mind, dumb. But it's like, dude, he's just
see that.
honest and
Well,
chill.
right.
He's really smart and really studied, and he just doesn't care about like presenting himself to suit your palate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. The nerdy aspect. I was going to say I want to play Dungeons and Dragons with him or something. He seems that kind of dude. He seems.
Yeah, I think he's
but
definitely.
my buddy who's a Bengals fan was like, "What do you think about the Dolphins? I think they're overrated." Of course, he's going to say that this week, right? But then his narrative with the coach was that he comes off douchey, which I don't see at all. I thought it was weird. I was like, I don't see that.
I haven't gotten any douchey vibes out
Right?
of Mike McDaniel.
Same.
Yeah, he
Nah.
seems
I
like
don't
the
know if
most
it's just-
chill dude.
The same thing I told him. I was like, I don't see. He's like nerdy, like just a funny dude. Like I don't see that at all.
Now, if you did have a bone to pick with him, I could see you being like, this whole thing that he's
like it's an
pulling off.
image.
Yeah, like if you
Yeah.
heard what I just said about him and you're like, it's all an act, then I could see you seeing him
Yeah,
as
I can
douchey.
see that too.
But I just think he's being authentic. Like I don't.
You guys were lucky. I mean, here we go. Mix in with the carry.
First
Makes
down.
him a-
Oh, getting
First-
pushed. He's going to get in there. Touchdown for
Oh, I
Joe
didn't see
Mixon
that.
here. Well, we've already got us one touchdown, but not. Did we?
We had the under for Mixon yards total.
Okay, so at least he ran it there at like the 2 yard
like
line,
90,
right?
90.5 on receiving and rushing.
On total,
So,
yeah, on total, yeah.
so perfect.
Don't like the albino touchdown colors.
Interesting.
I did. What was crazy is they were gonna
albino tiger. Love it. This is fantasy dog.
Same.
A little
Agreed. Kick
little
Fearson
Mixon
here for the extra point.
Oh.
And
holder
snuck it
a
in
little
there.
Yeah.
Not a lot of extra room. Good job,
That's
Joe
what
Mixon.
she said.
Good job, everybody pushing him here too.
Seriously.
What do you think about that? Do you think that play went on a little too long? Or are you
I
good with
think those
that?
plays-
You good
I
with
think
pushing the pile?
I'm fine with pushing the pile.
You know what it
Making
reminds me of? Just like rugby. Yeah, it reminds me of rugby. Like, just go out there and do it. Let it happen.
I like
You
it.
get the line involved in a touchdown way more than they would be like on another play.
Got too many rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck the rules,
Do you
dude.
remember when there was a
The
rule
play.
where you couldn't like it was like 2 or 3 years of the celebration you couldn't celebrate, and like they wouldn't allow the offensive lineman to spike the ball. It's fucking
They
stupid.
got real
Like, come on.
wild.
Yeah.
I love my dad's take on the taunting penalties. My dad's 70 years old, and he's like, if you don't like people taunting, keep them out of the end zone.
Yeah, that's my favorite. It's like that. It's it's the anti-boomer boomer. Like dig.
Yeah.
You know, like it's like you don't like it, don't let them score.
Right.
I like it.
I love it, dude. It's my favorite. That's what everybody was saying about Cam, right? He'd go in the end zone and he'd pull the whole Superman and he'd give the ball to the kids, and people be like, "Oh, he's stupid," you know, dancing all. It's like, just don't let him score, dude.
Score, dude.
Yeah, it's only disrespectful because he beat you on the play right there.
Then he reminded you of it hard.
Yeah, yeah. He made you sit in it. I don't want to see that.
Fantasy dog coming in here. Love it. Y'all
Y'all are
Okay.
funny.
are funny. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Or ma'am. I'm assuming. Shouldn't do that. What is this? Some sort of commercial for a brain scanner show.
The creators of
The
Westworld.
creators of Westworld.
Look like they put
Oh.
money into this.
Yeah.
Oh, you like chicks with tattoos, huh?
Oh, watch him move.
All right. All right.
All right,
No, I
so what do we need on the Dolphin side? We need a bunch of Tyreek. We need a bunch of. Did we do 2 yards or attempts or?
We got under on the attempts.
Okay.
Over
And we got-
hill yards. Under
And then we got under on the
Four-
running
Edmonds,
backs.
under Chase Edmonds' attempts.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
that's right.
I like for our dirty slip on the
Dirty
under
freaky
the running
90s.
backs. It's nice that the Bengals started out ahead.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes, it is.
Looking good.
Yeah, they're talking about Hurricane Ian right now.
Yeah, this is some crazy
Dude,
videos on
wild
TikTok,
stuff
man.
going on.
Like
Thoughts
somebody
and good vibes and love and strength out to all those people in South Florida right now.
I
dealing
saw a
with that.
video of,
You want to say prayer, Travis? I'll say prayer.
Yeah,
pray
go for it. You got praise. I must have just forgot it. Thoughts, prayers, vibes, vibe checks. No, I'm just kidding.
More
No,
than
man,
vibe,
really
man.
though. Just
Love.
love.
Yeah.
love out to everybody.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers and love, and let's also work towards some solutions. And man, it's just going out to
So-
everybody there.
So I saw
Florida.
two
Are they
videos that like I saw a bunch of videos for the storm, but these two resonated with me. One was a woman was in her living room and she was on an inflatable boat
In the living room.
in her living
Wow.
room with water and everything.
Jeez.
Mostert with a
The
strong
other
carrier.
one was this poor dog had to take a shit, and he's in the front yard mid hurricane, just trying to take a shit, and he's like, just
And you
wind
know,
is
so
blowing.
many of those, like so many
Oh.
people are going through that, man. So it's,
Dude,
it's
rough.
the last thing you ever want to see. Back to the football side. Is any heard any word of this having an impact on any of
The only thing
games?
it was in question was the Kansas City Tampa Bay Sunday night game was played in Tampa, but it was cleared today that they're going to play that game. So
They
had, I think they prepared in Miami while Miami was on the road here with Cincy. So they prepared down there.
Tua with his first throw.
Oh, Tua to Tyreek.
Go, baby.
We got some yards on that.
It is so weird watching Tua throw, man, with that left hand, and just like, oh, what? You turned around? What are you doing? Magic Man. Now you see me?
Look at his legs, though. He doesn't square up usually. He did there a little bit. But he's usually like throwing it at a 45-degree angle. It's weird.
Balls are too big. Throws off the angle.
Dude, listening to Tyreek Hill say "cocojones" multiple times
again?
Waddle.
Waddle.
So
That's
funny.
good for my fantasy teams.
Hey, good for
Did we do an under for Waddle? We didn't do an under for Waddle.
We just stayed away from Waddle. Feeling good about that, Travis? You like that?
Yeah, I like the speed there. Got behind the defense. Looks to be good. Made a nice cut. Hopefully he's okay. Really just need him. I'd like him and Tua to get out of this game with no injuries and get 10 days off.
That'd be nice, right?
Yeah.
Are you able to start Waddle, or you did the trade too late?
No, I got it done yesterday. So, yeah, they're in. But now you just kind of gave me some anxiety that, like, somehow they weren't in my lineup right now. You know what? You guys ever get that?
Yeah.
We're like, I know I just stared at this for 3 hours yesterday, but like somehow the app like dislodged them out of my lineup.
Yeah, I've been so out of it mentally the last couple of days. I logged on and Austin was like, "Yeah, you guys got anyone playing tonight?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I don't even know." And I'm like, looked at all 8 of my leagues and just made sure.
What's tonight?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, why am I here again?
Dude, Pizza Belly, if you don't want to get hit by a hurricane, move where they go. Dad's boomer opinion. My dad, boomer on this one, he'd say all the things all the time about, like, he's like, that city's below sea level. Not going to catch me living in a place that's below sea level. I'm like, you sound like a real fun guy. Like, nice. Yeah. So, I mean,
you got to make your dad a Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude. That'd be good.
Just quote him all the time.
There's not enough characters.
That is true. Oh, great. Waddle on the sideline. Oh, is it something in his eye? He's good.
Who just caught that pass right now?
It was 14. Is that Cedric Wilson? Oh, no, it's Sherfield, I think is what I saw on the back.
We are halfway
through. Is that a pitch?
It was yeah.
Oh. Waddle says, "Get the fuck off the field. I'm coming back in." Did we have any? Oh, that would have been negative, though, I think. Yeah, I didn't see any rushing for Tyreek.
We had that half a rushing yard for Jamar.
For Chase.
Did we do it?
I didn't see anything. No, we didn't touch that. We did the yards and we did the completions.
Ooh, good catch.
Edmonds.
Chase Edmonds' catch. It's fine.
The catch is good. Yeah, that's fine. Got to throw here, Tua. Got to get a tutty here.
Don't run it with Chase Edmonds, bitch.
This uptick in game script so far is looking like the pace. It's still too early to call it one way or the other, but we're like halfway through the first quarter with a chance to have 2 touchdowns already on the board.
Yeah, that'd be nice for the game script of the like what
do we call that? Go.
Put Harry Hill in the background, the backfield.
Really?
Yep.
And that Debo roll.
I like it.
Edmonds. Oh no, he dropped it. You what a boner.
Take his eye off that. He has nowhere to go.
Dude, what?
And he gets a touchdown. Why did he move his face?
Go for it, Mike. There we're not.
Oh, Edmonds, dude. You'd want that one back.
That's why I benched you tonight. I'm glad you dropped that.
That was a good throw, too, by Tua.
So I benched you.
I did bench him.
I benched your ass.
For Ramondre Stevenson, I was like, fuck you, Edmonds.
That's a good
and that right there is why Edmonds is a sell high. No, I'm just kidding.
That right there. You saw it here first.
I knew he was going to drop that touchdown. Edmonds is a klutz, yeah.
A klutz. Dude, I want to work that into my vernacular.
I like
This
it.
is kind of a
Such a
klutz.
klutz. That's such a early 2000s.
I
We got
love it.
some boomer insults coming in tonight. Love
Bring
it.
him back, dude. Malarkey's not a boomer. That's too far.
What
That's
in
like,
tarnation was that catch?
it's like we'll think of some more as they go on through.
Y'all could have caught that in your sleep.
I catch everything. I don't drop. High school tight end from 04 to 08. Never dropped a pass.
Never
No
dropped a class
drops.
in college.
Well,
Never dropped a bar.
I'm not going to say that.
Never dropped a review.
Never dropped a like.
Oh, but Jonathan
Jay
Durst
Durst.
popping in a super chat coming in here. Passing on the good mojo after hitting Bengals up by 7 early payout of the money line promo. Too bad I'm against Mixon and all my leagues. He did get that early touchdown, but I love seeing you coming up early there on the money line promo, and we appreciate you passing it on, Jonathan Durst. You know what this means, y'all. We got to go ahead and hit him with another whisper. Woo!
Love it.
Yeah.
Great to have you, and congrats, Jonathan, on the new child, which I know you're stoked on, and I'm sure just as stoked on that new Joe Burrow 10 Panini card.
Yes.
Yes, it is yours.
It's a Joe Burrow card in the middle of a panini sandwich.
Right. And
No, that's not it.
sandwich
It
not
is.
included.
It's an amazing card. And Donnie is sending that your way.
Tomorrow,
Can't wait
actually,
to
I'm
get that out
biking
to
to you. Yeah, I'm biking to UPS. tomorrow.
He's courier
It is
pigeons.
currently still next to me, but I'm riding my bike to UPS tomorrow and sending it your way.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. What is all this? What is all this hullabaloo?
That's another word. It's a good one. Jonathan Durst coming through in the super chat. Got to hit him with a whisper. Woo!
Woo woo!
Dude, I love Rick Bley, like the way he's handling this period in his life. It is fun. I love seeing him on all the different like podcasts,
Barstool
commercials.
Sports. Yeah.
You haven't seen any of it, Donnie?
Are you still wooing?
That's like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's not a woman. You know how you get some artists, like you get like some old timey artists who have been in the game a really, really long time. You get a Rolling Stones, you get a Hall & Oates or whatever, and they're like, we don't play that song anymore. We played it like 5,000 times. We don't play it anymore. That is not. No, yeah, that is not Mr. Wu. He is happy to roll out all of the greatest hits.
That's awesome.
No problem there. Yeah, that one's pretty fun.
He should come out with some commercials or something.
He did.
Is he?
He's had a couple. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he
All
did.
right.
It was one of the really funny too. He was like wooing on it, and you're like, damn, this is like old Ric Flair wooing.
Dude.
And it was fantastic.
Good old days of wrestling, man. I remember the 90s watching wrestling. I think Hulk Hogan was my favorite at the action
Hulk Hogan?
figures.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He was my favorite for sure.
The stretch
Only
Hulk.
when he wore the yellow though. I was
Yeah.
team when he was on the yellow team. Yeah.
Before was it NWO or
I don't remember the. Yeah, I don't
it
remember.
was
the
like
initials.
black and
He became,
white.
like black. Yeah, he started wearing
Silver?
black. Whatever.
Yeah, he was a good one. Loved Stone Cold Steve Austin back in the
he's my number 2. Yeah, the beer.
Yeah.
All 6 of them at once. I was
Love
like
being
8 years old. Like, oh my god, what is he drinking? That's awesome.
pretending it. Macho Man for fantasy dog. Randy Savage.
Macho Man, Randy
I
Savage.
think we actually got ourselves a Macho Man gif in here coming in for you. Oh, we got one just for you, fantasy dog. The cream rises
Love
to
it.
the top. Yeah. Get you with one more because the nice words you said earlier.
That's good stuff, man.
You guys ever see that movie, Ready to Rumble?
Yes.
Ready to rumble.
Love
Yes.
that movie
If I have
so
seen
much.
The blending of. Wait, no, I'm thinking of the rock. I'm thinking of the Mark Wahlberg.
No,
Rock and
it's not
roll
Mark Wahlberg. It's Scott Conn. It's him and what's his name? He was married to Courtney Cox. Anyway, they're obsessed with wrestling and they're trying to get an old wrestler back into wrestling again, but he's like a piece of shit. But they're trying to like road trip him back into this.
I think I have seen that. It sounds
Just
so
watch it.
familiar.
It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Macho Man's in it in a scene like at a 7-Eleven. Macho Man's there. It's hilarious.
Nice. He scares me.
David Arquette.
David Arquette is the other actor in it. Yeah. It's a must watch if you haven't seen it. It's hilarious.
Must see TV, says Donnie.
Oh, I have seen this movie.
Awesome. I looked it up.
So good.
Yep. Seen this one.
Yeah, seen this
Nixon
one. All
got
right,
like 5
7-3.
First and 10 for the Bengals after a mix and reception there. Mixon with a run, and he stumbles. That's good for our under.
Yep. He's looking good, though.
He is.
Yeah. It's the uniforms. It's the whites.
It is. I wish.
The albino tigers.
I'm not going to say the joke. I'm going to say it.
Not going to say it. This Miami defense played really well last week against Buffalo. I'm excited to see how they rebound. This is a short week, obviously. Both teams had emotional wins, I'd say. You know, Bengals really needed a win against the Jets.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how both these teams get going.
Win.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It is the win against the Bills, but
This would be an impressive one.
definitely.
Oh, missed Johnny's boy Hurst there. Overthrew him there.
Yeah, it shocked me, honestly. I think the Dolphins are going to the playoffs this year, and they look great, but the Bills just seemed unbeatable to me.
Yeah, they were in
wrong.
Yeah, they were in quite a bit of a situation. And like I was telling you, because I know you worked a game on Sunday, and you were asking me how did Miami win this game? I mean, they ran only 39 snaps, right? And they still won. And it was just this situational defense they played on Allen basically in the fourth quarter. I mean, Tua was off the field for basically all of the second half for the most part, like one drive.
Yeah. When I texted you, I'd worked a 10 a.m. game, and I got off around 2:30, and I was looking at the stats from the early games. And right away, I see the Bills stats and all these yards, and I'm like, God damn, they must have won, right? And I compare it to the Dolphins, who had like half the amount of yards it looked like. But no, that's the moment I texted you. I was like, how did they win?
Right. P. Ryan just dropping a ball there. That's not good for us. Although I think it would, I don't know, he might have had positive yardage. Ooh, Burrow going down bad. Ooh, they got Tyreek on punt return here. Have they been running that all year? Yeah. Austin would love that.
It's a little too good of a player to be doing it, I think. But I think you've seen Cordero Patterson back there too recently. I think these guys want to go back to these roles because they're so exciting for their career to get these explosive plays out there just to see to show off their stuff.
Yeah, and you know, when these guys get to a certain level, I think of like CPAT obviously, but like Tyreek Hill, you know, and he's a captain and he's like this figure for them, and he's probably going to Mike McDaniel. He's like, hey, I want to help this team. You know, I want to make plays, coach. You know, put me in right here. And I think that's part of what we're seeing with a lot of that stuff too. So similar to the Debo stuff in San Fran last year, you know. I remember Kyle Shanahan coming out on a press conference, you know, towards the end of the year, and they're like, you know, you got Debo running a lot. What's going on? And he's like, look, Debo told me to give him the ball, and when Debo tells me to give him the ball, I listen. You know, and I was like, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Debo's a dog, you know what I mean? Like, you go give that ball to him. So those are some of the things I think that come into play with those situations. But yeah, I agree. CPAT doing the punt return and then showing up as a DNP today, you know, that doesn't make you feel good. That doesn't sit right.
That's tough. But I think a new coach for the Dolphins, I don't think he's not gonna not do it, right? He's not gonna he wants to win this year. He's not gonna be scared to do it. So I think we're gonna see it a little more.
I want to live forever. I want to learn how to fly. Ha!
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Can you sing My Wedding?
Oh, I will, dude. I'll fucking do it. I'll sing it. That is the wedding singer from what was that in?
The Wedding Singer.
Hangover? Was it? No.
Was he not in that? I don't know.
Well, The Wedding Singer is a great movie too.
That is a
fantastic movie.
I love all his movies with Drew Barrymore, even though Blended wasn't nearly as good as the other two. The 51st Dates, Wedding Singer.
51st Dates was excellent.
Fantastic. They do a movie together every 10 years. And then it's always great.
Ooh.
I've always said that if I ever,
highlights.
I've always said if I ever met Adam Sandler, my opening line to meet him, I would say, "Oh my God, Adam Sandler, this means so much to me. I don't think you really know how big a fan of Billy Idol I am. What was it like to work with him in The Wedding Singer?"
I love it. Oh, I love it.
That's awesome. Well, you're meeting people all the time, Austin. Childhood heroes now. So maybe it's happening, dude. Maybe Sandler's Jay Leno. No, I don't know if he was a childhood hero, but
I got
love for Jay, obviously.
I liked Leno over Letterman growing up as a child.
Fair enough.
I'm not Jay Leno in Burbank.
And he makes recommendations on my chicken that I get at the grocery store, which is cool.
Nice.
And
Mostert, another carry.
Where'd you meet Jay Leno at?
The grocery store, the Pavilions. And it was funny because I was walking through our grocery store, and Chelsea and I, we go to the grocery store quite a bit because we don't have a car by choice. We like to walk around everywhere that we go as much as possible. We like to take public transit and alternative forms of transportation as much as we can. And so that means we just go to the grocery store a lot, and we get our stuff and we fill it up, and we don't go and like do huge trips. And anyways, we are walking through and pick up a rotisserie chicken, and I'm like, "Oh, Chelsea, I think that's Jay Leno. I think we just walked by." And she's like, "Oh, that's cool." And he's wearing his full Canadian tuxedo. There are a lot of denim, looking awesome. And then starts coming up to us, and he's like, "I'm like, oh, I think Jay Leno's coming up to say what's up." And he walks over, and he's like, "So I saw you get the rotisserie chicken. It's good. Gotten many myself, but I want to encourage you to get the chicken they have behind the glass. They got 3 different flavors. They got barbecue lime. They got mango habanero and traditional. And you can pick out the ones you want. You want breast, you want thigh, whatever size you want. You got a lot more choice, and I think the flavors are great. I think you're really going to like it." And I was like, "I appreciate the recommendation, Jay. I'm going to give that a shot. We're going to keep our rotisserie this time, but I'm going to actually get that next time." And we did get it next time, the mango habanero flavor. And I'll tell you what, it was delicious. And
was it better than the rotisserie regular?
It depends on what you're getting a chicken for, but I'd say generally speaking, yes.
Okay.
I think it was the right call. And we let Jay Leno know about that. We saw him 2 weeks later after that, again at the grocery store.
At our house.
At our house. Eating our chicken.
Yeah. He was in the fridge before we got home.
Preparing the mango habanero. No, but I was like, "Hey, Jay, you were right on the chicken. We got this and it's great." He's like, "It's great, right?" We're like, "It's great."
That's awesome.
Then, yeah.
That's awesome. I'm pretty sure I know for sure my dad had met him. I was young. My dad did a bunch of car shows. He has a
loves
like
the cars.
54 Cadillac, and Jay has a bunch of cars. So my dad's run into him a couple times when my dad lived in Burbank at the car shows.
That's
talking
cool.
about his garage full of a ton of cars.
Tyreek here on the outlet,
yards, baby. 4 yards.
A few there.
Fantasy dog ass. And did you see Billy Idol on Jackass where he Swayze'd his Lamborghini? I didn't see that one, but I was a big fan of the Jackass guys growing up.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I remember on this one, we when Jackass the movie came out, I was 13 years old, the original, and we were gonna go see that. Me and my homie Ricky Serpone, rest in peace. And we were like, we're committed to going and seeing this movie. And they knew, like, who's the movie Jackass appeal to, right? Like a bunch of like pre and slightly post-pubescent kids, but it's a rated R movie. And so you have to be 17 or older. And they had like so much security on this one. They were checking IDs, validating relationships. We ended up getting someone to buy the tickets for us, which was really nice. A couple of nice ladies. And then we were the second people in line behind to go see it. And the guy in front of us was just cool. And we got to talking and we let him know our situation. And he was like, yeah, it was like him and Ricky looked alike. He's like, we'll be cousins and, you're his friend. And that should work. And it did.
Nice.
Awesome.
It was the midnight premiere. Yeah.
That's great. Did you guys ever make your own Jackass videos as kids?
Of course. We're the hooligans.
Yeah, for sure, right?
Yeah. Hooligans.
Hooligans. I like it. I just remember one with stupid as hell was we got a shopping cart, steep ass street, and pool noodles, ramp, and trash cans.
Nice.
You can imagine how it went.
Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Me too.
You made it.
I am here.
Yeah. Ron says he likes the new TNF logo for Amazon. I
didn't see it.
It's like a blocky logo. It's not on right now. They got this Wingstop up here,
That looks delicious.
which
starving.
does
Wings
look
look
good. Yeah,
Good food
Yeah.
marketing going on.
yeah.
Chelsea
I've always
buyers
been
with the enchiladas tonight.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yum. Green
Sounds
sauce
good.
too. That's the way to
Green
do
and
it.
red.
Okay, I'm more of a green only
Christmas.
man myself.
You like the green ones, Donnie?
Yeah, by far.
What about you, Big Trav? Red or green enchilada sauce?
We can do both. I think I lean probably red more often, but I can do both.
Mortal enemies from now on.
You are dead to me.
Wait.
Yeah, I think I red sauce. But I had a burrito once that was called the Christmas burrito at a place that had red and green, and that was, the mix is good.
That's pretty good.
So, look, I'm not trying to start any turf wars here.
The new
I'm good with
House
whatever
of
color,
the Dragon, the greens versus the blacks will be the greens versus the reds.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it's fair to ask Team Alicent or Team Rhaenyra, but Team Alicent or Team Rhaenyra?
Rhaenyra by far.
Rhaenyra.
100% Rhaenyra.
It's like
It's not even close.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra's not being like she's making. I did not like some of the decisions that she's made, but at least she's living her life.
Yeah, she is
Alicent.
reckless. She's reckless. She's not careful. But
And Alicent's comments aren't wrong with the 3 kids. Like 1 is a mistake, 3 is an insult. Like you're not
Right.
wrong.
Yeah.
I like what Calvin says here, though. Team Damon. I'm definitely more Team
Oh
Damon.
yeah.
than both.
Oh yeah. Well, soon.
I like.
spoilers.
Yeah.
If you've read anything about the books.
Yeah. Yeah. We know.
I didn't like that they in the show took a liberty of Damon killing his wife when that wasn't in the book. I didn't think they needed to do that.
No.
I didn't personally like it. It makes me
Oh!
hard.
Ooh.
Sucky,
nice play. Yeah.
Sucky.
Just sucky it to me, baby.
I like. I
I would like
I
Damon
love-
Green to do that.
how far Sir Kristen has fallen in the eyes.
Oh
of
my
the
God.
fan.
I hate Kristen. I
Oh my-
can't
every time
stand
him
that
or
bitch.
Allison is on the screen, I hate them so much. But I loved him the first 2 episodes. I was like, I love this dude.
Yeah.
Me too. Oh my
He's
God.
awesome.
What I love so much about him, he had no insignia. It was like
Yeah.
we got
He's
the
just a
armor.
dude, yeah.
There's no
He
spectacle.
was on
And
the
then-
right track to be like the best of everyone, right? He was going to be like the
100%.
one noble, like
was so
light in the
cool.
show.
Team
Yeah.
Damon
And
is
then
like
they just
all the decoration, and here comes this dude with no decoration.
oh,
at all. Like I loved
beat
it.
the shit out of the dude. It was like medium pulp.
And he was just
Simply orange juice,
I
dude. Medium
hate
pulp, bro.
Kristen Cole now, dude.
I hate him so
Well, and then
much.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
fiance Nicole had to hold me back. Like every time he was on screen, I was like trying to like fucking hate him so much.
That's funny.
That is funny. That is funny. Well, it's
How
got a
about
viewership.
Team Aegon just like jerking it out the window?
Shows what he thinks of the public.
And that's probably the biggest knock on Allison. Oh,
Oh,
deep Tua bomb
come on.
here.
The
Oh,
underthrow pick didn't work. out.
damn it. Was it Apple? It was,
No,
huh?
that's
No,
Bell. Von Bell.
That was not Tyreek's fault.
No,
No.
it's not.
The underthrows work on the perimeter. You don't want to underthrow.
Right, yeah. In the middle.
The
of
yard
the
curl.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
It
they
was in the
announced
double,
Jon
too.
Snow show is coming out on New Year's.
Oh, he had him too, man. If he could make that throw there.
If it was Mahomes, the most accurate quarterback he's ever played with.
Right. The second most accurate the Hills ever
sorry,
played.
yeah, the second most.
Yeah.
It would have made it.
Oh my God, you got to feel so fucking bummed if you're Tyreek Hill. He had him, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them. He had the whole team.
Yeah.
And Tyreek Hill's so fast he could beat him down the field and then beat him on the comeback.
Look at his legs right there. You see how they're opened? How they weren't set like a good.
What's he saying? Look, you know my arm isn't that strong. Why are you calling it a
Don't call that play. Oh, get him.
Uh-oh.
play?
I
Wow.
love Mixon so much, dude. I hate to. root
Well,
for
we
the
went
under-
from having
for
the
this-
two looking like we were going to have 2 touchdowns halfway through the first to
7-3.
a couple of trade-off drives here to each other.
You said right. I know it's maybe too
Thursday
early.
night.
It might be.
Yeah,
Look
Thursday night. Here we go.
Donnie, look at his open legs.
Yeah, always got to look at the legs when they're open, bro.
hard.
But
not
no, for
to.
real, he has that weird like 45-degree angle. He doesn't like set his feet in a 90-degree angle where he can launch those hips with the power. He has them open where he can't get as much power.
Look, you got to launch the hips, man.
Launch the hips when you're you can't launch your hips.
You see Kristen Cole on the screen? You launched the hips, dude.
I saw him there, man. I launched my hips.
3rd and 1 here for the Bengals. Already 3rd down, dude. What happened here?
Talking about open legs and launching hips.
Yeah.
Distracted us.
So we're just going to keep the watch party on Sunday now rolling from we're going to keep the watch party going from the Sunday night stream over to House of the Dragon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Dude,
We'll just
awesome.
analyze it all the way up. It's a watch party of the House of Dragons. That would be great.
That'd be awesome.
Set your hips free. Free the hips.
Travis, your face just now, give me a second while I find the GIF. You were right on par with our friend Leo Jack. Talk about hips again, Travis. I
love it.
You did that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's a bummer for Tua. Can't be throwing that pick, man.
It's a bummer for your $86 fab team.
Yep. 87.
Guys, talk to me about Trevor Lawrence, speaking of this, because Johnny, let me tell you what I did. I did the same thing that Travis did to a different degree. We both outbid Johnny by 1, thinking Johnny needs a quarterback because he does, because all he's got is Kirk Cousins after taking Justin Fields and Kirk Cousins way down the line in our league of record. Kirk Cousins like him, but you're probably still looking for someone with a bit more upside. And Tua was available. We said this on the stream last week. Travis was going for Tua also. Johnny said, well, I'm going for Tua. And I'm going to spend all my WAB on him. Got 85. Travis said, well, you're not getting him because I'm spending 86. Travis went and dropped 86. The next highest bid was 3 on 86. But you got your guy. You live your life. You move forward with the pieces. You love it. I was looking to pick up Trevor Lawrence. And I looked at all the people that needed quarterbacks. And Johnny was in need of a quarterback. As I mentioned, and he had 35 WAB. So I bid 36 WAB. Picked up my guy Trevor Lawrence. 2 other people bid, but they both bid 0. So I got my guy spending 35 over. But the logic there and thinking.
Yeah, and the Jaguars' offense, like I said, I think it's. This is weird to say Detroit Lions light, but the Detroit Lions offense is looking lights out right now, and I think the Jaguars are semi on par with it, and they both have bad defenses, like I said. So I think, like Goff, he's going to have some turnover issues also, but I love that $36 for Lawrence rest of the season. And who is your other quarterback?
Trey Lance, Aaron Rodgers, and Trey Lance is obviously gone. Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson are both on my team, and now so is Trevor Lawrence. So,
good luck choosing your starter every week.
Who do you think?
Two of them are going to get 10 points, and the other will get 25.
This won't be how it stays. I'll move on something, but I feel good about the rest of my squad. But I'm real desperate at quarterback on this, and I'm trying to find myself a guy who has ceiling. That's the hope. Manage it until we get to that point. But I think Russell Wilson and Trevor Lawrence both have real shots as the season moves forward, and they get more comfortable in these offenses that have a lot of pieces. That they could be those type of ceiling, have those ceiling moments at least.
This week, 100% Aaron Rodgers. I don't like the Eagles defense.
I don't
like going against the Eagles defense, and that's what Lawrence is going against, right?
Yeah.
And then for Russ, he's looked iffy on a new offense, and now he's versus the pass rushers of the Raiders. So I would like New England, who doesn't have Mac Jones. I just think they're going to get shut out. It'll be like a 31-0 game probably.
I think you're right. The concern is they shut him out with A.J. Dillon because they can.
Yeah, maybe.
But they got to get there. So you got to hope maybe that they get there. But you hope that if you're playing Aaron Rodgers, you hope that you're getting there that way. But
that's what I've got in my starting lineup there now.
I think that. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Russ against Las Vegas is kind of
interesting. Yeah,
it is
interesting. The problem with Russ, though,
team.
That's the problem with Russ is like every week you'll be like, I don't know, man, this could be the one. And it will be eventually. We'll have it.
His kryptonite.
Pizza Belly, yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. his kryptonite is Chandler Jones. And Chandler Jones is now on the Raiders. Look how many times he's been sacked by Chandler. Yes. Russell Wilson has been sacked by Chandler Jones more than anyone else in the whole league his whole career. And it's not even close.
Whoa.
So I don't like...
little nugget there from Donnie.
Yeah, I don't like him going against Chandler Jones, even though the Raiders are 0-3 and aren't looking good.
How good has Chandler Jones started off? Is this the same Chandler Jones?
I don't know. I've heard more about Max Crosby this year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which could be because of Chandler Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
So I look at here's the case. Right now, Rodgers is in my lineup because I think he's playing all right with the tools they've got. They've just gotten great tools. I like the Dubs load up and fuck, dude, if their other rookie and Christian Watson can stay healthy. We saw week 1 play one or right at the top of what he's capable of doing. Just hasn't been healthy. And I don't even need him to be all the time involved. If Dubs is able to come in and be reliable, it could be a really nice Keenan Allen, Mike Williams type of setup that you got going there. So I like that kind of long term, but right now we don't have that. Aaron Rodgers, though, back-to-back MVP, playing okay. I don't see him breaking 35 points, but I think he'll probably get over 15 more solidly than everybody else. But then Russell Wilson is in a really nice, potentially get-right spot. I think he's in the biggest blow-up potential where he could have 350 yards and 3 or 4 touchdowns. And then Trevor Lawrence is the one who is... to me, was the most obvious fade going up against the Eagles defense that I think is legit, and I think they're ready to go. But then Travis helped me see it a little bit differently, and it's a thinner path to high production. Let's see how this pass goes.
Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
Yep.
Called it.
Yeah, nice penalty there.
Ossie, really? From the
Patriots, from the Patriots. Yeah.
So it's a thin path to high production for Lawrence, but it actually makes a lot of sense. The Jaguars are 3-0, right? And they haven't played from behind yet. The Eagles are also 3-0. They're kicking ass, and we expect the Eagles to dong on them. But what if this Doug Peterson-led Jacksonville team is actually good? And Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall pick, really had a mulligan year with Urban Meyer. Doug Peterson is starting to unlock Trevor Lawrence. He's the real deal. And then the weapons that we were fading on a bit in Jacksonville are also better than expected. Christian Kirk, I'm not saying he earns that full salary, but he's actually a weapon. Yeah. Zay Jones can hold it down. Evan Ingram, Travis Etienne, James Robinson. I don't hate these weapons. I'm not as concerned about them as I once was. And so if Trevor Lawrence comes in and plays behind the Eagles, but is able to kind of rise to that occasion, and then the X factor in this to me is the revenge game from Doug Peterson. And so if he comes in and he really, if this becomes an emotionally bought in, let's go shock the world, Jacksonville. Because if the Jaguars beat this media darling Eagles team, oh my God, are we going to be talking about the Jaguars all week? So
I like it. I'll say one last thing. Check out TFW's starts and sits of the week, so it might help you choose. One of those 3 quarterbacks might be on it. But that being said, it's tough. I think if you have those 3 quarterbacks on your roster every week in and out, week out, like I said, you can see one hitting 30 and the other hitting 10. And I don't want to be the one to tell you the wrong one because I love you.
Ooh. Burrow taking some tough hits here, trying to get that first. But it will be 4th down. Yeah, so I like Aaron Rodgers as a start this week, but I kind of I'm with Donnie that this is a conundrum with all 3 of the guys you have here because we talked about, obviously you just said, sneaky over potential in the Philly Jacksonville game with that kind of revenge narrative. And even if Philly goes and rolls, I'm confident in the Jaguars to put points on the board against them, way more than I am actually Washington. I have a little bit more faith in Jacksonville's offense than Washington's offense from what I've seen so far, the EPA stuff that we've seen on Trevor Lawrence, the decision-making in the last 2 weeks versus week 1. So those are things that would come into play. But then again, that Raiders defense against Russ, and I know the Chandler Jones thing, but that's one player against a very underperforming defense in Vegas. And,
sorry to interrupt real fast. I hate a toss play on 4th and 1. I hate it to my core.
They went for this. I totally missed that because I was pontificating.
Yeah, you were talking.
Jesus.
They did a toss play to the right. Who the fuck is doing a toss play?
Shut your mouth.
4th
Not
and
you, Donnie.
1. It's such a negative game script. There's so much just fucking quarterback.
Okay, let's open it up, baby. It's time.
Did they go for 4th?
Yeah.
It was 4th and 1. It was a long
Giving
one.
it back to Tua.
Right. And
So
it was
basically,
1 yard.
the Tua pick meant nothing.
Yep.
It's time off the clock now. I mean, it meant something for my fantasy team. I'll tell you that much.
Ronald saying Doug knows the Eagles. Going to be a close game. And also, your other points here, it's fantasy. Who cares if they got paid? Like, I hear you on this one. And I've been a big chirper against, like, they got this contract, so this is what we can kind of expect. But in this sense, I'm just talking about, like, the expectations they have for somebody coming in. And I think we saw, based on the contract, what they hoped for from Christian Kirk. And if you're Jacksonville, I don't think you're disappointed in what Christian Kirk has done for you to start the year. And so I think you can just see more of that coming up. It's just more points of logic connecting, which gives you more confidence.
If we look at what Jacksonville was trying to do, first of all, Jacksonville just probably had the worst coach at the professional level come through. That was I mean, maybe ever. I don't know. But like, if we look at what's going on with what happened with Urban Meyer, the stories with the hazing and the kicker and all the bullshit, who wants to go to Jacksonville? Nobody wants to go to Jacksonville. So I almost give them I almost give them a little bit of a break for the contract, because it's like, you have to pay these dudes to get them to come here. Yeah. And they looked at what Christian Kirk does well and what he did well in his career year in Arizona, the last one. Deep slot, the big play slot down the middle of the field. What's Lawrence good at? Down the middle of the field, the slot route, the big slot. So I'm all in on Kirk. I started to warm up late in the offseason. And I love what he's got going on in
like
this,
big slots.
Yeah, I love big slots.
I was
drafting dirty, nasty slots.
I was drafting him everywhere in our mock drafts throughout the whole offseason, because same narrative. He got paid the money, which I hated the contract, but the narrative wrote that who else they don't like. He's gonna get the ball.
And Zay Jones is good. And Zay Jones is putting up some decent numbers and volume, and I like what they have. They complement each other really nice with what they can do. But I think Kirk can really be the guy, the focal point of the passing attack. I even like Ingram. He's running and what he's doing right now.
I just want to say how mad I am at myself, because in all 8 of my leagues, I didn't draft him once, even though I drafted him all offseason, and I was fighting for him, and I didn't get him anywhere.
All right, so Tua off the interception. Looks like they're going to run this. Nope, play action. And to nobody. Waddle was not looking.
It's not PO, son.
Oh, it's flag here.
Maybe illegal man downfield?
Maybe they're backing up, so it's against
illegal. Yep. Ineligible man downfield.
Super sluggish. Oh man. Come on, guys. Pick up the pace here. We need to see some fireworks in this game. Unless we're rooting for the Undertaker slip.
We need an 80-yard touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill right now.
That would be sick.
That'd be sick. I'd like my dynasty squad would like that.
For my
Dolphin at the helmet.
No, rush attempt by Edmonds.
That's the first one of the half.
No. That's okay.
That's pretty good.
Okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not bad.
On pace for 2 right now.
Maybe.
A lot better if P-Ryan can get a
yeah, P-Ryan dropped one when you were off.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was so shitty.
Because you were off, man. Where'd you go?
I have to go tell P-Ryan to catch the ball.
P-Ryan.
There's our legend.
Our king.
He needs to get some like
the king of the South. We go, Tua. Yes.
There we go. Get Hill some more yards, baby.
Come on. This offense is about tempo. Let's go. Pace. Come on. Push it.
It's like how a dolphin swims. It's got to keep going.
Yes.
Flow. Let's go.
Let's go.
Go Flo.
Woozy.
Got a little woozy.
Got a little woozy, eh?
Let's see. Hill has 46 yards already.
Oh, that's great. I haven't seen much of Chase. Did Chase has one reception from the first drive?
Reception, the drop touchdown reception, and that run.
Oh.
And then
Chase Edmonds with the rush. No, I was talking about Jamar Chase.
Oh, Jamar Chase.
Because I think only on that first drive, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, let's get some more action at Jamar.
Yeah, well, the Bengals have gone super conservative since they got that first touchdown.
Yep. He has
let's go.
one out of
Miami.
2 for 8 yards.
I'm going to be so excited when we get the first Jamar Chase play. Something like one of those
The big
handfuls
one?
we saw last year. You know, treat the defender like a hula hoop, swing him around your waist, have him hit the ground, and take it in for the end zone. Something weird.
Just imagine him having a defender on his
There we go.
waist like a hula hoop.
Come on, Tyreek.
Push it.
I saw him do that last year at one point. That's what made me. It looked like someone like it looked like a little kid sprinting
Put
at
him
a
on
pole,
defender.
like jumping and grabbing a pole like this, and like wow, and then like hit it. It's like damn. I can't believe he stood up, stayed up.
Those at the jungle gym, right? The twisty pull thing. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That always reminds me of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Danny DeVito's like naked in one of those, like stuck in it. He has like he has his tidy whities on. Oh my god!
Yeah, when I'm dead, just throw me in the trash.
Oh,
PI.
Maybe a
Yes!
little bit of flag action. There we go. Yeah.
We should get those yards for the slip.
Yes, for the slip. The
Should
nip
count.
slip. Number 20, they said. Number 22. Oh, yeah. He had him
that's-
around the neck. You can't do that.
Yeah,
You're not the Undertaker, dude. You can't choke slam him. What the hell are you doing here? Oh, there were 2 fouls. They got him for something else, too. So they declined the other one. What do you think? Well, I feel like we ask this every show, but do we have a verdict on what we think for PI for fantasy? I feel like it's creeping itself in. Would you give it 1 point? Would you give it a half point? Like give Tyreek Hill a half point there for drawing PI?
I think I'd be okay with a full point.
It's like
For
as
the
much
PI
as a
itself.
catch.
Yeah,
Oh, Waddle.
I like that. So if it's a full point PPR, a point, half point, you get a half point. I don't like the people that are fighting for the yards for the PI. I don't think that should be a thing, but
Yeah.
I'm okay with it being a reception.
$362 to $368. Second pair of teammates, each with 300 plus yards through 3 games.
Whew. On their Sea-Doos out there. Looking like Le'Veon Bell.
You saw
Second and 10 here.
You saw Le'Veon Bell knock out Adrian Peterson.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Waddle. 2 drops. He's a bum. Traded for a lemon.
I couldn't have gotten a lemon at Toyota of Orange.
I remember those commercials. Oh, is he down by contact? No, that's
No,
no,
it's out.
it's out. Oh, what? Reset and it's overthrown.
Overthrown ball.
All right. Well, that drive. Oh, did we get a late hit?
Hendrickson, 2.5 sacks last week, trying to hit the quarterback.
Fourth and 10 here. Are the Dolphins are they in field goal range? I don't think so. I don't know where it's at.
This was looking like it could have been a really exciting game, and then
It has not been so far. Man. 61% probability Amazon tells us on this 48-yarder. And it's good. That would have been good from 51, they tell us. Only 3 more yards. That's all he had left. Durst saying 25% of the yards gained. Nobody's for the Dolphins, maybe. I don't know. Maybe for the duo. Short weeks favor the defense, Ron says, but they will tire quicker. So the fourth quarter, we're going to see some stats. Maybe. Could see something like that. 7-6 so far. Real nice. That under it was 47, I think. Man.
The Thursday curse.
It's real, man. It's real.
I think the majority of NFL players hate playing on Thursdays, right?
Yeah. I haven't heard anybody say they like the shortened week. I wish they did it where you get an automatic bye. I think they should work into the scheduling where you don't play. You either come off a bye, like you should come off a bye and then come into the Thursday.
I like that.
So it gives you like not a full 2 weeks on either side, but a week and a half on either side. I think they should just plan for that for every single Thursday game.
Yeah. You probably get better games, man, if they have more time to prepare, rest.
For real. For real.
Well, Bezos will make it happen. The whiteout looks sick. We need some more action here. Come on. I agree, Jers.
Right there with you.
We're hoping it comes in here. I like Ron's point here. He says they are both super explosive teams, so it could get crazy fast. We do know that. Both of these teams have the playmakers to tilt it at any second, but they've both matched up pretty well defensively against both of these, top tier offenses. We'd like to think of them as.
Yeah, kudos to the Bengals too.
Oh, that's what Durst was saying. He'd say for the PI fantasy, he'd vote for 25% of the point value on the yards gained. Could see something like that.
Maybe that or a half point, just straight up, no matter what, or a point. I'd go up to a point because it's a first down also.
Yeah.
It's a guaranteed first down. So I think like 1 point straight up.
Makes up for a defender screwing you out of a nice catch.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we do have defensive PI calls that get made and you still make the catch. And then that's declined and you get the yards. So I think 1 full point for me would be the most logical.
I'd vote for Magnum PI like that. It's funny.
Mike McDaniel got himself a national commercial now?
He's on his private jet. No, I think this is when he got the job. He's talking to Tua.
Oh, this is that video.
Yeah.
You're the most accurate quarterback I've ever seen. I can't wait to work.
And I haven't even seen you yet. Dude, it's all mixing this game.
Yep.
So far, right?
It's mixing running. It's mixing catching. It's Tua underthrowing. It's Tua overthrowing.
Me and Big Travie have a beer bet for Tua for this year, Austin.
What's that?
He thinks, the bet is he'll get the beer if Tua ends up being a top 10 fantasy football quarterback. I get the beer if he does not.
Top 10?
Yep.
Yeah, you want to know our better bet than this, though?
Jalen
Tolbert. Yeah, no, butter. Yeah, somebody buys a stick of butter. We have a bet as well. Same thing, beer bet.
We made this one like a month and a half ago, I think. Like in
where
August, we made it.
Jalen Tolbert will outgain Velas Jones in receiving yards.
I'm Velas Jones. He's Jalen Tolbert.
I think Tolbert's only got one catch on the year, but I think Velas hasn't played. So far, I am in the lead, strong with this crazy bet. It's
I just saw Velas Jones's talent.
Oh man,
he just looks so explosive to me.
Okay, we got enough time here for both of these offenses to put one more touchdown on the board before half. That's what I want to see. I want to see a fast Miami drive here, Tutty. Turn it around, fast Cincy drive, Tutty.
Fast with his legs open, throwing it.
Oh, Ronald, if you're creative, butter and beer And bear, butter and bear, or beer can be a fun night. So not a good punt. Huh?
No, it went backwards. It wasn't a great punt, and then it went backwards.
Yeah, the bad bounce.
Yeah.
At least it didn't go in a butt like last week for Miami.
Hey, it worked for them. They won.
So we are looking at a little bit of the sloppy narrative going on. Let's take a
slappy Joe.
I know how you kids like them.
Extra
sloppy for you. Upload that one. So let's get an update here on how we're looking with our bets so far.
Well, Austin looks at that. We got Jair's asking, you got to start 2 out of 3. James Robinson, Khalil Herbert, Olave. Well, if Montgomery doesn't go, I'd like Khalil Herbert and probably, oh man, this is tough because I'd probably go Olave and Herbert if Montgomery doesn't go, only because Robinson against the Eagles. Eagles defense playing pretty good right now. I think I'd lean that way, but because also Michael Thomas and Jarvis Landry a little dinged up as well. So Olave could be kind of out there by his lonesome, soaking up all the looks.
I don't think I could bench Robinson.
Even if Monty doesn't go, I would think I'd go Robinson and Olave.
So we'd be doing really good if we can just get 8 passing yards for Samaje Perine. Right. That'll be really nice. If we can get that one in, I'm going to be feeling good about a lot of the things that we got going on here. But Chase Edmonds got under 8.5 rushing attempts. He's got 2. Okay. Feeling pretty good on that one. Joe Mixon under 90.5 rushing and receiving yards, 51 yards he's at right now. So not awesome, but we'll see if we get any change in the game flow. Maybe get some more work to Jamar Chase. Cover that. Tua under 34.5 passing attempts. He's at 14. So that's really nice.
That looks good.
And then we got over on Tyreek Hill, 82.5 receiving yards. He's at 51.
Oh, that looks good.
Jamar Chase on the receptions. He's got 1. We need 7. So we need 6 more. Burrow higher on the passing attempts, 36.5. He's at 14. So it's really been a run type of game so far. So we'll see if we get any of that switching up.
We also need Chase yards for the 4-person slip as well, I think.
Because remember the receptions went away
and then it came back.
Yes.
Oh man, we need some Chase action in the second half, big time. Jamar Chase needs to get activated
and to end the half right now.
Yeah, that's right.
The ball back. Here we go. Tyreek,
Nice.
the freak, Hill himself.
Oh my God. What do we got here? Another flaggy?
Maybe.
Oh, late hit. His back lock up again.
Does he have any structural damage, or he just got hurt? Like, he's just bruises. Like, does he have cracked cartilage too?
No, I don't think so. Not that I know. We had 4 parlays total. We had two legs and 2 4 legs.
Yeah. We got Jair's question answered. We got this one done.
Great hit.
We both answered.
Okay.
Yeah, we were a little opposite. What are you thinking?
Awesome.
Let's see here. Got to start 2 out of 3. James Robinson, Khalil Herbert, Chris Olave. I think I'd probably lean the running backs just because of the floor play on there. If I'm going for pure ceiling, I do Herbert and Olave. Jarvis Landry played practice today. I think we're going to see a little bit of volatility out of Olave. I'd be surprised if we didn't from the rookie. And Robinson and Khalil Herbert don't really have a lot of question marks for me. I love all 3 of these guys. This is nice. I think I'd probably lean the running backs for me.
I like it.
I think we gave him 3 different answers.
We all chose something different.
Well,
that would be a good thing. They're all good enough to start.
You got good problems.
Especially Montgomery's
out. Jesus.
Wow. Damn, he got thrown.
That's
oh, my God.
That's a confession. His head
Oh my god, dude!
What is he doing? What is he doing?
It's tensing. His the same thing that happened to Javid Best on the Lions.
Oh no!
Yeah, it just your muscles tense when you have a severe concussion. You get like knocked out.
Oh my god!
Wow.
That shouldn't mean a neck injury. That shouldn't mean a spine injury. That's just a pretty bad concussion. Look how bad his head flings back right here. Prayers and thoughts to him.
Well, he definitely won't be coming back in this game.
No, I don't think that was a malicious play. I think it's just the bad part.
It's like a heavy football play.
It's the bad part of football.
Oh man.
How you feeling, Big Travie?
Not great.
No.
Nope. Hopefully Tua's not gonna. That's not a great hit, man. Like that's not.
I thought it was bad, but when I saw his arms tense up like that, that's really bad. That's a few week concussion out play. I think. I don't think he's coming back next week. It's a long week, but I still don't see it.
Oh man.
I mean, there's a lot of things in there. There's the new injury that just happened, probably. Whatever kind of impact just happened is new to consider. And then he's coming in off some back and head and neck question marks, to say it the kindest.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help them.
I wish he just rolled out and threw the ball away. But
he had a read and he was like, cocking up
about it. And then he thought about throwing it away. Then he just tried to make a play. And the bad part about football, right there. That's why a lot of people don't want their kids playing football, right? Because of those head injuries. It's rough. Hopefully he's able to walk off rather than a cart. We'll hopefully see that soon.
And he's still down.
I don't see a cart, so they might just be cautious. Do we see movement?
I saw his fingers look like he was doing freaking cat's cradle with no string wrapped around him.
Yeah, he looked like he was doing
the blood. He was knocked out when that was happening. That's just
so.
Oh man.
I'm surprised they're re-showing this. Usually they don't like to show those kind of.
Dude, that head hit fucking square.
It flung back. I saw, yeah. All right, they are doing the cart.
Jersey J says Njoku over Higbee. Yeah, I would go with Njoku over Higbee. I liked what we saw at Njoku last week.
Yeah, who's Higbee?
That was good. San Francisco.
Hmm.
I think I'd rock with that.
Yeah, I think probably Njoku.
San Francisco's defense has been playing pretty well.
Yeah, but plays into the narrative that he got to get the ball out faster, so it throws to the tight end more. But I could see them both.
Already coming in. The conveyor belt rolls on. Pick up Teddy in Superflex, I guess, man.
Yeah, you could probably. I mean, if he's gonna, it really is gonna depend on what happens in the next, 48 hours with Tua and stuff. So,
what up, Lady V? Love you. Great to have you here. A little bit of a different mood now after seeing that injury. Involuntary action due to the pain to the spinal cord.
Yeah. I don't see him playing next week at all, even though it's a long week. If it's just a concussion, which hopefully that's what it is.
Hopefully we got some positive news in the next couple of days.
Yeah.
DK, Olave, Cordell Patterson, Breece Hall, Kareem Hunt, play 3, sit 2, full point PPR.
I got to tell Jersey J to start DK because he loves DK so much. So start DKJ. And then my other one,
I'm starting to hunt CPAT and Olave here, but CPAT you got to watch because he might not play. If CPAT doesn't play, then I'd go Breece Hall.
I like Hall this week.
I kind of like Hall going forward. He was in the buy and sell podcast we put out this week. He's seeing increased action. And he's increased every week. He outsnapped Carter last week. And the passing game has been the impressive part for Hall too, which you got to hope that sustains with Zach Wilson. But I like what I see out of Hall so far.
I don't know. I'm really curious to see if we're going to get like the amount of targets that we've seen Flacco throw Hall. If we're going to get anything like that with Zach Wilson.
Yeah, and the Steelers have allowed top 5 most points to opposing running backs. So I like Breece Hall a lot. I like DK against the bad. Stop showing that. I don't know why they keep showing that. DK against the Lions in a catch-up game. The Lions are going to score a lot of points. Seahawks are going to have to catch up. And then I'd probably see Pat if he's healthy. If not, then Olave probably. I'm really, really surprised that Prime is re-showing the aftermath of a bad concussion.
Some hands I kind of like it.
Well, the NFL doesn't like to usually show. Yeah, the NFL notoriously the last 10 or so years have not shown
that lady
brain injury.
They just showed this Bengals fan. She just had a sucker in her mouth. She's just like, it's like, good Lord, dude. Oh man,
he's moving his hands.
He's gonna definitely survive the day. Like he's gonna, he's not dead, but you're just with all of the things that we know that goes on. Just really hope he's okay.
I think
CPAT hurt. I don't think so.
He's got a knee issue, and he didn't participate back-to-back games or back-to-back practices.
So it's maybe a little more significant, or is it? Are we thinking rest?
No, yet. Well, Wednesday was supposed to be his rest day, like typically, but then he didn't practice again today. So it's a very similar. In my mind, it's similar to CMC, where they were giving those guys Wednesdays off, and then Thursday they both posted DNP. So we'll have to see what happens on Friday. There was a bit of a positive report on CMC later today, just basically saying that like all signs are probably like without a setback, he's probably going to go. But we'll see what happens Friday.
The glove himself is stepping in the game.
Teddy Two Gloves.
That's rough.
Yep.
I'm curious to see what Mike McDaniel is able to do here with Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater is a pretty good quarterback. He's a very cautious quarterback. McDaniel is a smart guy. I want to see what he's able to do with Teddy Bridgewater. Definitely next week. We'll see how he steps in now. Damn, that sucks.
All right, Teddy, 3rd and 17. Looks like defense might have gotten offsides there, but they didn't call it.
Ooh, almost got the.
Depends on the spot here. Oh, it's pretty short. We are not rocking Algier. I need to see Algier be good at football first before I'm trusting Algier in my lineup.
Especially with the guys you mentioned on your roster, I'd pivot another direction. Now, with these plays for the forward spot, if you voluntarily go backwards, then they give you that spot. But
like on a deep curl, right? You turn and you're running towards it, and the moment the ball hits their hand is generally where they'll mark the spot.
Okay.
But if they land on their feet and on their own power run backwards, then it'll be back there.
Second flex spot, pick one, PPR, tight end premium for week 4. We got Conklin, CEH, Ramondre, LaVisca, or Madison. Obviously Madison if Dalvin's out, but assuming Dalvin plays, how would you rank them?
Pick one.
Madison
if Dalvin plays, sure. Let's pretend he's playing. It's not.
It's either CEH or Ramondre.
Yeah.
I don't like CEH because of the time split plus the Tampa Bay defense. But if you're asking me to trust an offense, I'm going to trust the Chiefs with Mahomes over the Patriots with Brian Hoyer. But the thing about Ramondre in a PPR here is that he should get the passing down work like he got last week, which means that when they're coming back against Green Bay and that projected game script, you could see him soak up a lot of looks. So that would be the case for Ramondre. But CEH was getting some receiving work too. So I think I'm leaning CEH, but I don't feel great about it.
Last week I told everyone to bench Dillon because he was versus the Tampa Bay front, right? That doesn't apply to CEH. They don't run up the middle anyways. Like, I think, that's not what the Chiefs do with CEH. They get in the ball in different ways. So I think
right now the Chiefs don't run at all.
They don't run, exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's why benching Dillon against the Buccaneers last week doesn't apply this week to benching CEH against the Tampa Bay front because it doesn't matter because they're not running up the middle anyways.
The problem is he's in a time split like pretty even with McKinnon, and McKinnon outsnapped him in back-to-back games now. So it's not encouraging the time split that CEH is seeing right now. But I would lean CEH. I wouldn't feel great about it. Hopefully, the Vikings go and rest.
Oh, T. Higgins. This is good for my fantasy team.
Nice play, Higgins.
That was a great catch. That corner's hand was almost there.
Make sure he was in bounds here. I think he's good. Great play.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That's really pretty.
Oh, that was Xavier, too.
Nice.
There's some offense that we wanted to see.
Yep.
It wasn't a chase like we needed, but
we really need P. Ryan to get those yards, and then I think the sloppy Joe slip might actually. Well, it's definitely going to work for Tua's part of that. Tua's leg of that now.
That's true.
We just need the P. Ryan to.
What were our top two in the under? It was
a P. Ryan. It was the P. Ryan over, and then the Chase Edmonds under.
Was P. Ryan our capital or in both of them?
He wasn't. No, P. Ryan wasn't in the overslip. He's in the slip.
No, I know. We did
Tyreek and faced Jamar.
No. For the under one, just our favorite two. Was it P. Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay. P. Ryan and under Chase Edmonds rushing attempts.
Okay.
Jared says, I have a parlay Mixon first touchdown and Burrow over 1.5 touchdowns and Bengals money line. Ooh, that's looking good. You just need, that's looking real good, Jared.
Jamar Chase touchdown.
Yeah.
Make it happen for you.
Xavier Howard saying he couldn't see him or something. We got 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the half. We'll see if Teddy Bridgewater can lead. I would imagine a very disheartened Miami team here right now. So
he had a 15-yard throw on 3rd and 17, and they got him in field goal range like he needed to do. They just didn't kick the field goal correctly. So
let's see if he continues on throwing 15-yard passes.
Yeah, one play was nice. Teddy's second time. 1st and 10. Down 8.
Mostert. I'm okay with that. How old is Teddy now? It's like 31.
Not sure.
Teddy
Most pretty
Bridgewater
good
is
Conservative.
29 years old.
29. Okay.
He's got a birthday November 10th.
It's almost 30. To be in your 20s again. Good old days.
ML thinking Cleveland takes out Atlanta in a heavy fashion, 28-10. Cleveland, man, might be like low-key a exciting team. Jacoby Brissett is looking effective.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper looks nice.
Yep.
Chubb looks great. Hunt looks fine. Lady V seems like they're intentionally trying to make spinal cord injuries.
Yeah.
I might be led to think that. I can see so.
It's a violent game, that is for sure.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to work on it, like the helmet technology. I think last year was the lowest amount of concussions in the NFL, like in history.
Really?
I think, or since they started taking stats
Measuring
of that.
it.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool. To come to the
Yeah.
2-minute warning here in the first half. We will be with you here through the first half, and then we will be back again tomorrow, Travi.
Yes, sir. Doing the news and note show. We will be 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, going live, doing, just going alphabetically through the teams and talking about all the injury updates. Obviously, we had some big names off and on the injury report this week so far. So we'll have all the updates on that. Quick look at this game, recap this game. But yeah, it's a great show because by the time we get on, we've got all the injury designations for the weekend. We have a better idea. We don't know fully because you still have those game time decisions, but it's going to be a good show. And so we'll have a good time on that one. And make sure you guys are subscribed, turn the notifications on, and catch us Friday. Hang out with us Friday and talk a little bit of news and notes.
That one will be fun.
Got to be funner than watching Tua's head hit the ground.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'll at least have a night to sleep on that, My quarterback in my league record going down, and in the next play, the wide receiver I'm playing against goes for a massive touchdown.
You're going against Higgins?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the darkness.
Down real bad right now.
And you just traded for Waddle, who you started.
Yeah, who's tied to Tua, who's now dead. So,
well, I'm versing Tua in the listener league. If you want to be happy for
nope,
me,
that's not gonna. Nope, not the
that
time
doesn't-
right now,
that
Donnie.
doesn't help.
Donnie, I love you. It's not your moment right now. Nope, not yet. Travi, you are in some serious
serious doo-doo.
darkness right now.
But
I love you, man.
We'll get back at it tomorrow.
Yeah, we will.
Can't wait
Grind all
to.
season long. Yeah.
We are happy for you, Donnie. That is great. Let's go.
I'm not happy about it. I was trying to get some positivity in the air.
Oh
for
yeah,
us
good
three.
luck. I don't have any of that right now for you.
It's okay, man. We
It's not.
still love you.
Oh, I love you too, but it's most definitely not okay. But we'll see what happens. Your dog died? Sorry to hear that, but mine is still alive. So be happy for me.
Jesus.
I don't know. Did we get this question here answered? I'd go Algier.
Oh, he was saying that he also has Algier if CPAT goes, but Algier or Reynolds if Patterson is out. I mean, I guess if that's your only option, there's
There
Waddle.
you go. Nice.
Hey.
Algier
There you
or
go.
Reynolds if Patterson is out. I mean, again, Jersey J, I really hope that's not your only option. But if it is those two, then I would go Algier in that case. Because at least you'd think that Algier would be the goal line back. We don't know, but that would be the bet if Patterson's out.
Yeah. Trevor, you do have Higgins in the listener league.
I have Higgins in a lot of leagues, but
Yeah.
just in none of the ones I care about as much as the league where I watch Tua die and then
The league of record.
yeah. Listener league is one of those ones where it's like I end up like just trying not to tune into till like Sunday late afternoon and then seeing where I'm at because I mean, not that I don't care. I do care. I'm working waivers. Like I care in a big way about the listener league, but it's like it's hard to be emotionally invested in 5 different storylines going on in different leagues. You know what I mean? Like the one I care about the most is for sure Toltem.
League of record.
Yeah, that's the league of record.
What's Toltem? I mean,
the only league that matters. That's the name of the league. That's the league name.
TOLTM.
Nice.
We named that. When did we name that? It was a long time ago. It's like a 13-year league. We named it pretty early. Toltem. It's a pretty cutthroat league.
Tyreek here. Teddy out here facilitating here. Into this
looking good.
Second half. This is with a point. Okay. I'm out of the darkness enough to go look at the matchup and start to root for the things I need to make up for Tua having 2 points. Okay. So just like an absolute monster half from Waddle where he puts up quarterback points.
Easy.
Yes.
And then we'll be okay. Hill going to end that. He's at 62, so we're looking pretty good on Hill's over.
I'd love to see him get the rock just now.
Love to see Mostert there.
I really want it to be 13 to 14 and a half. That'd be nice. Let's keep it going, Dolphins.
That'd be. Oh, man. Yeah, that's me. That's my face right there, Mike. Not good. Oh, existence is pain.
Feels that.
Oh, what do we got here? False start?
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, delay of game.
Here's the thing, Ronald. What the fuck not love? Hit the listener league. Love the listener league. The listener league came after. We wouldn't have TFW if it wasn't for our league of record. We wouldn't have TFW if we didn't pour years, stretch friendships, fall in love with all kinds of new things and experience through our league of record. That is
Ronald,
birth.
my brother,
everything.
My brother in Christ. Go ahead and look at my transactions and tell me I don't pay attention or care about the listener league. Okay? I've made 2 trades, and I'm hitting the waivers like almost every day. So I care about the listener league. Love the listener league. Love all of my listeners in the listener league. Love all of my dudes in the listener league. But there's a hierarchy for sure in emotional investment, I would say. That's all I'm saying.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't feel it. I've never had a league like that. I have a family and friends league that's very chaotic, and we're trying to get like 2 players in it every year. But it's fun. It's a $50 league, and we talk shit. But yeah, I feel.
Oh, Teddy.
The
Surefield
emotion of having a league like that definitely brings a lot of feelings up.
Yeah, it's a lot like remember the FX show The League with Nick Kroll.
Yes.
It's
love that fucking show.
Except this is a 12-person league. It's very similar to that.
Yeah, I like it.
In year 13. Let's see if there's
really use a Waddle touchdown.
That'd be nice. I have Waddle.
But instead, I'll probably get like a Waddle concussion as well.
Jesus Christ.
Torn ACL or something.
Okay, it's a Chase Edmonds pass, not a run at least.
Well, that stays good for our under on that side.
And it's good for the game script for the rest of the second half.
And honestly, like, kudos to the Dolphins here going to get a score. Like, everything that's going against them, they watched their quarterback go down, massive concussion, could have just deflated them. Honestly, I couldn't like Mike McDaniel more. This drive just made me like him even more. So,
yeah,
agreed.
I think that's something to hang their hat on. You know, we'll see what happens. 9 seconds. I don't think the Bengals do much here. But Teddy, man, I mean, we'll see what happens, but that could be a massive underrated signing by this team with all the talent they have on offense to put a guy like Teddy in there that can manage it. They miss it?
Yes.
Well, I hope.
See, and that's why you start Prater over Sanders.
Exactly.
Hopefully you listen to us pre-game.
Yeah, I think this is this is great. Thanks, Brett. We appreciate the $2 super chat. You need the positive vibes. I'm sure you're feeling great. Should I send receipts of the messages you've been sending me all weekend? You want the positivity here? All right,
hit him with positivity. Go.
Woo! Fuck me. Oh man. Appreciate you, Brett.
Love it. Love you, Brett.
Love.
Is he who you're playing?
No, Johnny is who I'm playing.
Okay.
Who conveniently came back after Tua was concussed to say, really sad to see that. I'm just glad he stayed away for the Higgins touchdown because that would have been.
It's been an emotional roller coaster of the first half.
Fuck yeah, it has.
Near the end, at least.
Oh, what is that? Look at that beanie Teddy's got on.
They got like the tie-dye theme for the NFL this year.
I like it. You know what I miss is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All the pink.
Trav, you see this one?
Yeah. I see him.
He was sad.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Didn't like seeing that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I hope you didn't like seeing that.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Of course he didn't like seeing that. Does he not like the implications?
Right.
Can you say I didn't like seeing that with a clean heart? I bet you can. Not a problem.
Well, we enjoyed and liked most of hanging out with you, Whisper Nation, in the first half.
Everybody Whisper Nation.
Yeah,
awesome.
we appreciate all you guys and your questions. They're great. If you got more questions, you can hit the Discord. That link is in the description. But also, we'll be back again, like Austin said earlier, tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, talking news and notes. Donnie, Austin, you guys got any final words for Whisper Nation here?
Good luck with your slips. Good luck with your games. Let's know your questions. Tune in on Friday and then Sunday, 8:30 a.m., hour and a half before kickoff.
Yes.
Sounds good. For Donnie Tubbs, for Austin Sear, for Johnny Game Time Hicks, I'm Big Travie. We're the Fantasy Whisperers. We're out. Peace. Oh, I got to get this video ready. So, peace.
Sit together.
Right here.
Look at you go. You made it to the end of another one of our videos. Hey, if you still have some questions, I totally understand. Or you just want to join an awesome fantasy football community, head on over to our Discord chat. Link is in the description below. And if you're still not sold on us, check out one of these videos.